And good evening, everybody. Welcome back live and exclusive to Twitch.tv. I am your host, Wishbone, for the remainder of the evening. And at the last part of the stream, well, we had a rescue from two very familiar faces. And now what we need to do is carry on our journey towards the hospital. But first, let's have a quick conversation with these two. So what do they got to say?
Hey, so you guys said you were in the special support section, right? I think I heard it's pretty similar to the Bracer Guild. Is that true?
About that.
Well, you are not technically wrong. Oh, yeah? It kind of makes me happy to hear that.
Come again? Well, that sure wasn't the reaction I was expecting.
The way I see it, we're kind of the same kind of work, aren't we? So as far as I'm concerned, we're basically friends already. Glad to meet you, pals.
This girl.
She has an even more aggressively nice demeanor than Lloyd. She's so bright and sunny. She's certainly living up to her last name.
You too, Estelle. Typical of Estelle to be far too optimistic about things. Let's see what Joshua's drip got to say, see if he'll say anything to us. Evidently not.
Wowza! Between all these orbital cars and that whole network thing, Crossbow sure is ahead of the game. And here I thought Liberal was on the cutting edge when it comes to orbital technology.
I still can't get used to that image for Joshua. It's just so wrong. Liberal may be one of the more advanced countries, but its people still place a lot of importance on tradition. And speaking of the orbital network, it sounds like Crossbow is collaborating with the Foundation. So all things considered, Crossbow may very well be the most technologically advanced place on the continent.
Interesting. Now I think we should bring Tina here with us sometime. She'd totally have a field day.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, do you miss them, Estelle?
Yeah, you caught me. I was so happy to see everyone again, even if the situation was a little unusual last time we met. I can't believe it's already been 3 months since then. I just wonder how they're all doing sometimes, that's all.
That's alright, Estelle. I'm sure everyone's doing just fine. Yeah, wonder who they're talking about. None of your business, Lloyd. Let them enjoy their own time. Of course, for those of you who watch the Trail's third streams, you'll know exactly what that conversation was referencing. Something on the ground. Yeah, we got some earth sapper. That's nice. Ugh. Estelle and Joshua. 2 new faces for the guild's ranks.
I suppose that's just how it goes. They're the same age as us, but I get the impression they're reputable bracers.
Yeah, they definitely look like pros to me. Between their attitudes and their combat skills, I can tell they've been in a fair share of fights.
Indeed. They disposed of 3 of those monsters in an instant, while we struggled against 2 of them.
今後はあの人たちも商売敵になるわけですか。
I suppose we have found ourselves rivals.
そうだな。
Guess so.
落ち込んでも仕方ない。俺たちは俺たちで頑張ればいいさ。
Well, moping's not going to get us anywhere. So let's make use of it, work with what we got.
それに商売敵というより、いいライバルって考えておこう。
Besides, rivals might be a bit too much. Let's just think of them as friendly competition, okay?
その方がやる気が出てこないか。
That'll hopefully keep us motivated.
ライバルというには実力差がありすぎる気が。
I fail to see how the competition is fair, given the gap in our skill levels.
まあそれでもハリオスっておっさんよりはまだ追いつけそうではあるかもな。
Let's just be happy to be on Arios' level, eh?
それは確かに。
That's true, I suppose.
まあ気の持ちようってことさ。
It's all in how you look things.
せっかくの彼らの行為だ。このまま病院まで行かせてもらおう。
They're doing us a huge favor, so let's get ourselves to the hospital ASAP.
また徒歩ですけど。まあ仕方ない展開ですね。
Now, if only the bus were operational.
せいぜい少しでも体を鍛えておきましょう。
Just think of this as training, Tio. It'll only make us stronger.
Yes, when it comes to these kind of games, of course, what do you need? You need a montage. You need a training montage. That's just the way it goes, people. So let's get back on the open road. Hopefully we won't find too many enemies here, because we are low on health at the moment. Oh. There's something on the ground. Yeah, we got some windsucker. Nice. I've only just saved, so I'm tempted to have a fight with these guys, see if I actually get some decent experience from it.
よーし、一気に行くぞ。行くぞ。えいはっ。
This is a good chance. Here we go.
一気にボコるぞ。
Not quite enough to finish it, but gives us a chance.
俺の番だな。やっ、
And an overkill. Excellent.
まだまだいける。
And there we go. A measly 17 experience. Ugh. Meanwhile, good evening, Rose. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Good to see you, matey. Yes, it's Friday evening. It's nice and warm, and I'm trailing from 0 because we're no longer in the Sky Trilogy, people. We are in the Cross-Bell duology. So this is going to be fun. Oh, there's the bus stop. Unfortunately, the bus has already left because it's currently broken down, so we can't use it. Uh-oh, run away. Got spotted.
よっしゃ、畳みかけるぞ。
任せてくれ。
We'll give this a try, but we may need to run, depending on how much damage we do. Let's see. Let's take a look.
ここだ。よっしゃ。
Hey, it's been for a bike ride around Worcester. That's pretty awesome, mate. But nice night for it. It's a bit cooler up here in the north. I don't know what it's like where you are.
私の番です。
We may struggle here, but let's give it a try.
任せてくれ。やっと。
行きます。
Oh, that's helpful. She's got some healing. That's really helpful.
行くぜ。
Oh, it missed. Brilliant.
任せてくれ。えい。よし、もう大丈夫だ。
Oh, that's better. 75 experience. Much, much better. More of that will come in handy, because if we can level up, we'll get 3 healing. So that's a fantastic way to do it. A good distance now, mate. 10.6k. That's awesome. Like, I've been running barely 4.5k so far, so that's a good comparison point for you. You've been smashing it out of the park compared to me. That pommy-looking thing gets my attention. Nice temps. Currently a much more cooler 17 here in the north. Much more green up here.
俺の番だな。やっはっ。
私の番ね。
ここだ。よっしゃ。一気にボコるぞ。
Let's hit them with a team ambush while we can. We'll give it everything we've got. Because it's punishment time.
私の番です。そこです。
Excellent. It's been silenced.
セット。よし、もう大丈夫だ。
Ah, it's just because you're not in the grim north. That's all, dude. You're not in the grim north anymore. You get to enjoy the balmier weather. Is that the right way to put it, or am I over egging the pudding as usual? Answers in the chat, people. Answers in the chat. Still, how far can we? Oh, I can only go out where it's solid land. That makes sense, to be fair. No, you're not catching me. Because I'm catching you.
先生可能始めましょう。
Right, we've not got the team attack. So this might be more awkward. Well, of course, a lot's going to depend on how we do damage output. If the damage output's good enough, we might be able to finish one or two of them off.
俺の番だな。セット。
よっしゃ。
I'm gambling on Tio being able to finish that one on the
行き
left.
ます。そこです。
And she did it. Fantastic.
行くぞ。
Oh, mate, that'd be pretty awesome if you get that sorted out. Because I've not got any annual leave left anymore, pretty much. I've used all of it to go to Play Expo later on this year. The big trip west earlier in the year took a lot of my annual leave. But it was worth... What the hell? Why are you waiting out here on your own, surrounded by monsters, and why are they not attacking you? I'm somewhat perplexed now.
やや。
Look at how clear the water is. Looks like I was right. The highway is better for walks than the city streets.
Maybe you are, but now's not the safest place to be walking.
チャンスだ。
And we start with Team Rush Chance.
わかったわ。はい。
Oh, beautiful.
まだまだいける。
Oh, that's awesome, mate. That's pretty cool. You managed to get some collab pits going. That's fantastic. You can get a Porsche. Of course, I've got another driving lesson tomorrow, but one thing I will say, a Porsche is not in the plans. I will not be getting a Porsche as my first car. That is for damn sure. Of course, I can't even talk about getting a car until I get myself a license, so it's going to be a while yet. Old school cars like a 911 is pretty awesome, though. Old school 911s are nice.
よっしゃ。
チャンスです。
Triple overkill.
敵集団撃破しました。
And as I thought, the experience, well, is starting to dry up because we're getting a bit too strong. Obtained a reviving balm. That's pretty cool. Oh, go on. What's the message? Did it just get a lot brighter out here? Do you get it? Brighter? Because Estelle Bright and Joshua Brighter turned up? Did you get it? I think I remember the Cayman from Need for Speed Pro Street, if I'm not mistaken. I think you could get it as a car in that. The Porsche Cayman. Well, one of the more interesting facts about Porsche is that their most successful car is not a Porsche.
さてと。
Their most successful car is the Volkswagen Beetle. That's actually true. Designed by Ferdinand Porsche.
よしえいはっ
He was commanded to make a car for the people by a certain historical figure. That's the best way to describe it.
データ収集終了しました。
Good thing about doing all this monster hunting is it's getting us a lot of sapith, and that means when I get the chance I'm able to get some new armaments, which is cool. And that's always good to have an inside contact. If you got someone like that, utilize it, make it look awesome, pal. I'm sure the images and everything else when they come out will be fantastic. Ah, that's where you are. You're in the water. Come here.
みんなチャンスよ。
行くぞ
Right, this time we may have to go old school East End Thug, but we'll see how we do.
行くぜ。
私の番です。そこです。
行くぞえいはっ
That's all I wanted to do.
任せろ。
ぜ
さてと、はい。
It's definitely going to get to attack us. The question is, who does it hit?
俺の番だな
He jumped on her.
私の番ね。
That's not allowed.
俺の番だな。
俺の番だなせいはっ
Oh, that's pretty cool. He planned to leave one of the photos behind. That's wicked. Oh, it's a shame about that. If it was just music and no quest, that's kind of a shame. I mean, as I say, someone who does oh, right. Oh, is that a
ここ
fishing
なら釣れ
spot?
そうだな
And making us a real nice catch at this spot. We can go fishing. Okay. We will use the novice rod and we'll try dumplings.
それ
Oh. Okay, try the earthworm instead.
それ よしゲットだ
We caught a snow crab. And some mirage sapper.
それ
To be fair to this fishing game, it's one of the easier ones, or at least the more balanced ones. It's literally your timing with the exclamation mark.
よし大物だ
Ooh, nice. A gluttonous bass. Excellent. Ah, interesting. Joker because of the Honkai Star Rail Fate Night thing. That's kind of cool. Of course, the Persona 5 characters that turn up in Fortnite soon, would you believe? At least that's what I've heard. I don't know if it's officially confirmed.
まこんなもんかな
And we caught the chitinous shell. Whatever that is. We'll try one more, and then after that we will head back to the path. We've had a bass, we've had a crab. Can we get anything else?
よし大物だ
No, not this time. We've got some mirage sapper though, which is good. But the thing that's got my attention is right here. This is a combat system. We go into this, there will be a battle. I guarantee it. So I'm going to save my game, and I'm going to see just what's inside it. Here we go.
敵接近注意してください。
任せろ。
There's a lot of them, so my plan...
ぜいそこだ
行くぜ。
Nice, that's a decent wedge.
こいつはどうだい。はあ。クリムゾンゲイル。
行きます。ガンナーモード起動します。オーバルドライバー出力最大エーテルバスター
And now finally,
さあ行くぞだータイガーチャージこれが俺たちの力だ
good experience for the levels we're at. But crucially, a lot of sapith, which is nice. We got 2 times fish fillet. We need that for a quest. And we've also got the rune cloth. Wait a minute, what's inside the box then? Thanks, actually. I needed to get that off my chest. Oh god, the filet-o-fish. Wasn't that like the culinary equivalent of loot boxing with food? Right, so the rune cloth. That does increase defense and ADF by 20. So looking at my stats, ooh, it's tricky. Do I give it to, I might give it to her, actually, to Ellie, because she's got 53 defense and 63 ADF. To be fair, he's got low ADF, which is where it would really come in handy. It would also kind of turn him into a tank because of his power. But then again, he's got better HP. I'm going to give it to Ellie for now, but I might change it as it goes. You've probably done the right thing by never having it. I've not heard anyone have a good experience with them, Rose. I really haven't. But then again, I can't stand Cac-Donalds anyway. Yes, I call it Cac-Donalds. That's my own colloquialism for it.
みんなチャンスよ
あいか俺の番だなやっと
So we'll take advantage of this to try and get our craft points back.
行くわよ
了解
OK ですなんとかなったわね
So we are at the point now where we are diminishing returns on our experience because we're just too high a level for the enemies here. But the good advantage of the way we're doing this is that we're able to just keep on building our craft points. As for do we have any Comic Cons coming up, I don't actually. I mean, this weekend, ironically, MegaCon is happening in Manchester. But tomorrow I am doing a driving lesson, and over the weekend I've just had no time to plan anything for it, so I'm not planning to go for one day. And while there is another con in Manchester, it's being held at a venue I don't like, called Bowlers. So my next convention is actually quite a long way away. It's not a convention for comics. It's actually a gaming convention. I'm going to be at the Play Expo in Blackpool, which is literally the first week in October. I think it's the 3rd and the 4th. 2-day event being held at Norbert Castle, so I'm going to be there.
よしえっと
You avoid Manchester, do you? Well, I'm from Manchester. I should find that offensive, but I don't. It's good advice.
今だわみんな行くわよ
了解
OK です
Play Expo's a good laugh. It's only 2 days. It's quite easy to get to, and it's cheap as well.
私の番ですへい
俺の番だなえっとこれが俺たちの力だ
Do you mean in Manchester your last experience, or do you mean Play Expo? And what was it about the experience that soured you? I mean, obviously don't feel like you have to confess to it in the chat if you don't want to. I'm just curious. That's right, Mr. Raccoon. I am Leon Kennedy and I'm hunting you down.
よし畳みかけるぞあいさ
OK です
Yeah, these ones are made of stone and stuff. Take a lot more punishment.
おっしゃ
私の番です
So I'm sorry if that happened to you now, Rose. I say it's not something that's happened to me anytime I was in Manchester recently, but if it has happened to you, then I can only say, yeah, I'm sorry that's happened. And say if people are giving you trouble, then yeah, you do right to not turn around and go there. If people are giving you grief, why give them the ammunition to come after you? Yeah, not reacting in those kind of situations, it can be a challenge. It's something that's not easy. I found myself in a situation when I was at SunnyCon, ironically, where I had to not react to a situation. Fortunately, we managed to get it all de-escalated. And to be fair to the con, it wasn't actually technically at the con where it happened. Nice, double overkill. You were at this year's SunnyCon? I don't remember seeing you at SunnyCon this year. Oh, impede 1, nice. This tree didn't impede you from seeing me. Impede is actually very, very good quartz. Oh, it's 2023. I think that was because I'm trying to remember what the reason for that. There was a reason. I can't remember exactly what it was now, but there was something that happened then. But it was relatively. I was able to get over that one quickly. To be fair, it wasn't as bad. Now this year I had something which could have got nasty, but fortunately didn't. Mainly because again, you know, when you said don't react. Well, that was me. I made sure I didn't react. Ah, damn it. It's not people plural, actually. It's person. Essentially, when I was at the con this year, on the Sunday, me and 3 other mates basically went to one of the bars that's part of the wider venue. And what we did was we just sat down to play some card and board games, get some food, drink a few drinks, have a nice chill end to the con. And all was fine. When suddenly some random dude came over and started giving us all kinds of grief. You know, started asking if, you know, I was gay and who the fuck am I kidding, and how can I go out dressed like I was, and, you know, I'm all that's wrong with society. And I was just like, dude, why don't you just leave us alone? And it's like, you know, I don't know who you are, why don't you just bugger off and leave us be? In the end, we had to get him kicked out. And to be fair to the bar staff did kick him out straight away. The bar staff summoned security and were like, yeah, we're not having that. We don't have that here. So, kudos to the bar staff, they were awesome. You see, I can trash talk with the best of them, Rose. But here's the thing, there's no point. It's like people like that, you're never going to change their minds. You're never going to do that. You're never going to be able to change their mind on things, so don't bother. You're better off just taking what they say and then just going, oh right, and moving it on. Plus, I'll be honest, I think this guy wanted me to do something. I think he had it in his mind that I'd do something so there'd be like some kind of fight or cause some kind of trouble. And I wasn't rising to the bait. Which made them actually try that classic tactic of going up to an innocent family who are not part of the equation at all and start trying to be the whole moral panic person. How can you have your kids out around someone like that and all this kind of thing? And this family were like, don't talk to us, mate. We don't know you. We don't want to be part of this. We're not like you. Leave us be. So it was one of those, but everyone was in that situation, apart from him. And that's why he got kicked out. So, to me, I'll be honest, I'm glad that I didn't react, because it wasn't going to result in a productive solution. It was better to let him stew in his ignorance. I think Comic-Cons are inclusive spaces in general, in the main. I've never had bad experiences like that, apart from when I was at Hyper Japan, ironically. I was doing a costume there, and one of the Japanese stall staff walked past me and called me Kimoi. the problem is I know Japanese, and I know what that means. It means disgusting or foul or degenerate. So I let the organisers of the convention know about it, and they were not happy. They were furious. So again, kudos to them. You know, they stepped in and did the right thing.
行きます。タ
俺の番だな。
Newcastle is a way to go. You're not wrong. It is a long way.
まだまだいける。
The NQ64 is decent. 4 quarters is cool, actually. This year, spent hours playing GTA San Andreas on a PS2 while drinking alcohol-free Guinness. It was great. That was like one of the evenings where we didn't have anything to do. We spent our time doing that. It was fantastic. Well, again, I think it's just one of those things. People, it's like people can be ignorant and just think, I can say this and they're not going to know what I'm talking about. And they have to bow and found out. That's their problem. So you'd be surprised how many times people who should know better act badly in these situations. It's not following me. That's right, give up, give up. Thank you. I'm getting the initiative, not you. Only the player can use the mechanics to get the advantage game. You're not allowed to do that. It's not fair when you use the game's mechanics against me and equalise the battlefield. That's not allowed. Yes, there is another chest down here. I want the loot. Tinkle earrings, nice. Amongst chests, it's not what's on the inside that counts, but what's on the outside. Wrong. I want the loot. I don't care how you look on the outside. Give me the loot. Prevents sleep. That'll come in handy. That's 2 status effects that she's now protected from. I think that just comes to gaming experience, bros. The more you play games and understand it, the better you understand the way it goes. I say, as a kid, there are things I could do on certain games that I simply can't replicate anymore. Yeah, there's other stuff now that I look back at games I struggled with as a kid and I'm like, why did I find this such a challenge? Of course, there are still some streamers who don't get game mechanics. There are some streamers who are notorious for thinking that games are out to get them for some reason. Oh, it's one of those enemies. Oh, I hate these kind of enemies. Although I said that, Tio might be able to do it from a distance for us. Yeah. The souvenir grenade enemies. Some games were broken, yeah. So some games kind of had that situation. I remember, it's as you get older, you realise where games just cheat. I mean, for example, anyone who plays the Street Fighter games, whenever you're up against a computer in the arcade and you're fighting Guile, their Guile doesn't have to charge any attacks. So they can throw infinite sonic booms at you or use infinite flash kicks. But if you try and do that, you have to wait 2 seconds before each move will work. So it's things like that that you're going to appreciate, where you realise the game's mechanics aren't quite as balanced as you think. Ooh, Test Drive Unlimited 2. I never played that game, but that sounds interesting. I've recently fired up my Sega Dreamcast again and been playing more Metropolis Street Racer, even though I did the playthrough on my YouTube channel. It's a game I just love. No, seriously, for real, I've never got a chance to play it. I never played it. I played a lot of racing games, but that's one I haven't played.
行くぞえいりゃこれが俺たちの力だ
And yes, Ryuji, for real? There's a treasure chest up here. Is there anything else we can do? You see, you'd think with this area here there's something to do, especially with the bell tower in the background. So I get the feeling there might be a quest connected to this later on. Meantime, we've got an EP charge. If that's Stargazer's tower, does that make me Tower Gazer's chest? Maybe it does. You tell me, chest. No worries. Ah, so the console servers are shut down. Yeah, I tried earlier on today for a laugh, hooking up my Xbox 360 via a LAN cable. It wouldn't let me log into my account. So I did a reset for my password. That went through fine. Tried to put my password in, wouldn't accept the password, even though I'd only just changed it. So there's nothing I can do on the old Xbox 360 now, it's dead. Say PC Master Race, people. PC Master Race. Especially with Sony announcing that they're still going to proceed with their ending of physical media. Now, physical media I have a huge bias towards. For one very simple reason. You can use it. Case in point, when I tried to play on my Xbox 360 offline earlier, there are games I bought on Xbox Live years ago. If I tried to play them, even though I've downloaded them to the hard drive, I need to be on Xbox Live for the license to connect. So even though I've paid for the game and downloaded it on my hard drive, unless my Xbox Live account gets fixed, I cannot play those games. That's the digital future, people. That's why the digital future is bad. If you love games, you will stand against it with all you've got. I mean, it's true, yes. I mean, on console, you've got the license for the game, you've got the online, which isn't free, you've got the maintenance of servers, which can never be guaranteed. You've also got the fact that recently, people who'd had legitimately bought games have lost access to them. Not games, sorry, movies. Because they've just gone, that's it, we're taking them off. We're not doing it anymore. We'll try the dumplings here, see if we get any better luck. Okay, I don't think anything likes the dumplings. We'll try the earthworms. It's not just Steam as well, on that front there, Rose. You've also got Good Old Games, aka GOG. Oh, I must have missed that one, damn it. You got GOG, you got the Epic Games Store, you got the Rockstar Launcher, you got the EA Store, you've got all different options you can use. Even Windows Live. Ah, another gluttonous bass, cool. And it got some U material, nice. From playing the remake of First Chapter, I know that the U material is normally used for upgrading things like Sepith or weapons. Very true, yes. GOG with the DRM-free games is phenomenal. The only thing I don't like about GOG is that its store layout is poor. It can be difficult to know exactly what's on there, but I will say the DRM-3 is just so user-friendly. You can do whatever you want with it. And if Sony and Xbox are determined to move away from physical media, that kind of thing needs to come in on those stores as well. Either that you download, once it's on your hard drive on your system, you can use it for life, or there's some way to get a refund if it goes offline. I mean, this is where I'll give Google credit. When they closed the Stadia store,
みんなチャンスよ
every purchase made was refunded. And they even updated the firmware on the controllers so you could use it as a Bluetooth controller on anything you wanted. I'm not Google's biggest fan, but I will say that was phenomenal consumer protection. And they deserve plaudits for that.
へいデータ収集終了しました
Ah, the Gran Turismo driving school, yes. Their driving licenses can give you a severe case of PTSD. Oh, excellent. Beautiful. More Sepith. That's nice. You know, I used to work at St. Ursula's Medical College for a bit, but I quit because I couldn't stand their uniforms. They were just so tight around the chest. Shh. Yes, in this game, people, the chests are stand-up comedians. They want you to have a chesty laugh. They want you to guffaw from the depths of your belly. They want to make you unhinged with laughter. I can do this as well, game. I can be an annoying arsehole with those jokes too.
チャンスです皆さんお願いします分かったわと
These ones are putting on resistance, and that's annoying. Keel over and die.
俺の番だなえいディアよっしゃ
おととい来やがれってな
We've got an earthworm to go fishing with, so that's good. And we might finally be here. St. Ursula Medical College and Crossbell's next signs. We may have made it, people. We may be free of the overworld grind. Here we go. Yeah, so here's the medical college. That's the bus stop, obviously. Good morning. Welcome to St. Ursula Medical College. Now, I'm sure you know this is Crossbell's Hospital. Are you outpatients? If so, just head on into the hospital lobby. Well, no, we're not outpatients as such. Very nice old school soundtrack for this hospital. Very big campus as well.
ここが医科大学かなかなか立派な施設だな
So, this is St. Ursula, huh? Even from here, I can tell this is one impressive place.
聖ウルスラ医科大学
St. Ursula Medical College.
大陸有数の総合病院にして医療研究機関として有名ですね
As the most distinguished general hospital in Zemuria, it is famous for its medical research.
そんなに有名だったのか
Wow, I didn't realize it was that well known.
確かにバスの本数が多いあたり利用者はかなり多そうだけど
I guess it must get lots of visitors, given how frequently the bus line runs here.
もともとは医療先進国であるレミフェリア公国の協力で設立されたと聞いているわね
St. Ursula was originally founded with help from the Principality of Remiferia, a country known for its advanced medical technology.
周辺諸国からも重病人を受け入れてるって聞いているわ
I've heard the hospital even frequently accepts patients from neighboring countries.
おっとナース服のお姉ちゃんたちがいるじゃん
You see that nurse walk by? Ha,
い
damn.
やー眼福眼福
That's a sight for sore eyes, alright. Ooh boy.
ランディは元気だな
Yeah, someone's in a good mood.
今までにも何度か車で訪れたことはあるけど
I've been here several times, but we always travel by
や
car.
っぱり徒歩で来ると結構な距離だったわね
It was quite the trip on foot, wasn't it?
Good evening, Avian. Saying we found Brock and Nurse Joy. Oh, well, there's a throwback reference for you all. Welcome to the chat, Avian. Of course, over in that direction, you get your messages in there, people. Yeah. Hello, nurse.
ティオ
Tio.
さすがに疲れちゃった
I'm I'm sure you're tired after all that,
い
huh?
え平気です
No, I am perfectly
ア
fine.
ルモリカ村ほど遠い距離ではありませんでしたし
It was a shorter walk here in our trip to Amorica Village.
ならいいけどあんまり無理はするなよ
Alright, just don't push yourself too hard, okay?
ええご心配なく
Understood. There is no need to worry about me.
それよりロイドさんはお知り合いのお姉さんに会わなくてもいいんですか
More importantly, shall we go and see that friend of yours, Lloyd?
そうか、それもあったな。
Oh, I almost forgot about her.
ほらほら、ロイド、とっとと会いに行こうぜ。
Lloyd, let's find her, pronto.
なんでランディがそんなにテンション上げるんだよ
I'm afraid to ask why you're getting so excited, Randy. Yeah, the name says it's all, Lloyd. It says everything.
まあいいかセシル姉だったら話も通しやすそうだし
But whatever. Talking to Cecile first should make our investigation go quicker.
病院の受付で呼び出してもらおう
Let's ask for the reception
よっ
desk.
しゃ
Hell yeah!
それじゃあ正面の病棟に入りましょうか
That sounds like a good plan. Shall we?
Yep, so here we are. We're back in control. We are in the hospital. Which is not somewhere I want to end up anytime soon. Liletia Inn. Oh, that's how you go and get in now.
Here at St. Ursula, we put a lot of consideration in the nutritional value of our meals. One of our specialty meals is our homemade beef stew. Would you like to learn how to make it for yourself?
Oh. How very generous of you. Just give us the recipe. Yes, please. Okay, brilliant. Meanwhile, oh, we can buy it as well. The antibacterial mask that prevents poison. Also has good boost to defense as well, actually. They're kind of useful. I'll buy one. I'll decide who gets it later. That'll come in handy. Meanwhile, we can also rest here if we want as well. Oh, it's 400 Mira. Yeah, screw that.
I see. So that turns into that, and... Oh, that makes sense.
Is she studying in the middle of eating?
I believe so. It looks like a biology textbook, judging by all the photos of dissections.
Ugh, that's nasty.
Something tells me I don't want to read something like that while eating a meal.
I don't know. Well, looking at the inside of the esophagus and how to slice it apart with a scalpel, it might give you an appetite. Visitor and outpatient lodgings. Speak with the superintendent prior to use of the rooms. Yes, I was told that I should go and find reception, but no, I'm not doing that. I'm going exploring the hospital because I can.
Oh, how much I love to clean and give this place a brand new sheen.
Ugh. She's the kind who'd be like, if you've time to lean, you've time to clean. When you're on the clock. And I'd be like, shut up. Well, this hospital seems deserted so far. I've not seen anyone in any of the rooms. Outside balcony. I get the feeling we're going to chase something through here and end up on that balcony in a fight. It seems like a random thing to code in the game if there's nothing going to happen there. Another empty room. No wonder this place is so spick and clean. There's no one here to mess it up. Interesting. What's this? A framed photograph of Cecile, Lloyd, and a young man with a fearless glint in his eyes sits on the shelf. Wow! So small Lloyd and his big bro.
Oh, it's that picture of Cecile, Guy, and me. If that's her, it's Mrs. Cecile's room, right?
Lloyd, don't let on to Randy. Don't let him know. Keep that to yourself.
Oh, the hell?
Chief Ursuline is asleep. Why would you have your room unlocked if you're going to sleep?
Oh, hello. Are you looking for someone by chance? That's right. We're looking to meet with a friend who works here, so we're headed to the front desk. Is that right? Well, in that case, you're going in completely the wrong direction. You'll find it in the lobby on the first floor. Just go right down that way. It should get you where you need to go. Oh, really? Thank you, ma'am. No. Oh, are you four lost? This area is restricted to medical staff only. If there's something you need, I'm sure the front desk will be happy to assist you. Sorry about that, ma'am. We should probably meet with Cecile before we explore the area. We'll be able to move around more freely that way. Front desk should be in the lobby. I'm sure they can find it for us. Yes, Lloyd's not one to flash his badge and pretend he's got authority. He's a better cop than me. He's a better cop than I would be. I'll give him... Lloyd is definitely more focused on that. Meanwhile, let's talk to you then. Wow! I didn't know the hospital was this big. I sure hope Granny's doing okay. Good morning, everyone. Are you here to visit a patient?
Wow, nice. Very nice. I knew it. Seeing a genuine article is so much better than pictures.
Genuine? What on earth are you talking about? It'd be best for you to just ignore him. I'm sorry?
Also, Nurse Ada. Who are you pretending to be a nurse for so you can find the virus? I'm watching you.
You'll have to forgive him for us.
Yeah, looking for Leon as usual. Well, this is definitely the waiting room.
よかった。それほど混んでなさそうだ。
We looked out. Doesn't look like it's too crowded today.
そうね。混んでいる時は待合室がいっぱいになるものね。
Yeah. The waiting room is usually packed with people.
早速お姉さんのこと受付で聞いてみる？
Let's try asking for Cecile at the front desk.
ああ、呼び出してもらおう。
Right. They should be able to call her here. Leon, a forced patient. I'm not sure he'd need much forcing. And now I'm inviting the Rule 34 out. Let's leave that alone.
I'm quite happy with my visits here. I've yet to meet a member of staff that hasn't treated me kindly. St. Ursula might be a little far from the city, but the bus solves that issue just fine.
I gotta say, St. Ursula leaves a great first impression. Every spot of this place seems so clean and orderly.
I can't pick up my grandma's medicine from the doctor. Grandpa hates hospitals so much that he won't even go near one. Not even to get the medicine he needs.
Grandpa's wise. I count myself lucky that it's not very crowded today. Patients and I aren't on very good terms. Preach. Yes. Aren't on very good terms. I agree. Yep. Absolutely. And yes, Avian, definitely avoid dentists. You will be preaching to the choir with that one.
What brings you here today?
Well, there's an awful fever going on. I think I might have caught a cold.
Well, only one way to check. Let's take your temperature while I wait for the doctor, okay?
If you turn up to a hospital saying I've got a cold, they'd rip off your arm and beat you to death with the wet end. That's not an emergency.
ようこそウルスラ病院へ。
Welcome to St. Ursula
今日
Hospital.
は外来ですか？それともお見舞いでしょうか？
Do you have an appointment, or are you here to visit someone?
いえ、
Yeah, neither actually.
クロスベル警察特務支援課のロイド・バニングスと言います。
I'm Lloyd Bennings of the Crossbow Police Department Special Support
今
Section.
日は捜査任務のためにこちらに伺わせていただきました。
We came here as part of an investigation we're conducting.
ああ、警察の方だったんですか。
I see. And so you're with the police.
捜査と言いますと、やはり例の魔獣騒ぎでしょうか。
This investigation, is it related to the monster attack?
You don't say that with patients around receptionists. You write it on a slip and paper and say, is it to do with this? Last thing you want is panicking the patients.
ええ、 自分たちの方でも調べるように警備隊から要請がありまして、
Yes, ma'am. We've received a request from the CGF to assist.
関係者に一通り話を聞かせていただければと。
We'd like to speak with everyone involved in the incident, if possible.
わかりました。
Of course.
そうですね。病院長は留守ですし、看護師長をお呼びしましょうか。
The hospital director isn't here right now, so shall I call the nurse administrator for you instead?
その実はですね、
Well,
個
actually,
人的な知り合いがこちらに勤めていまして、
someone I know works here, and
その人がお忙しくなければ案内してもらおうと思いまして。
if she isn't too busy at the moment, I'd like to see if she could show us around.
なんだか緊張してますね。
He sounds nervous.
そりゃナースのお姉さんで美人とくりゃ緊張もするだろう。
Of course he's nervous. We're about to call a gorgeous nurse here to give us a personal tour of the place.
それはあなただけでしょう。
I think that only applies to you, Randy.
ロイド？
Lloyd?
Oh my god, it's Mikan. Holy crap.
綺麗な人。
She's so pretty.
グラマーです。
Beautiful.
あら、セシルさん。
Oh,
ちょ
Cecile.
うどよかった。こちらは警察の方だそうで。
Good timing. These police officers just arrived. They've come about the investigation.
And yes, we don't want Mikan taking our temperature, do we, people? Yes. Tune soft. When is Danganronpa 2X2 coming out? I want it on my streaming list.
その
Hi.
いきなりごめん。先に連絡すればよかったかな。
Sarah, visiting out of the blue like this. I probably should have called first.
セシルね。
Whoa, Cecile. Are you crying?
やっと会えたわね。
I've missed you so much.
おかえりなさい。本当に久しぶりね。ロイド。
Welcome back, Lloyd. It's been a really long time. Too long.
Yeah. Right, how jealous is Randy going to be? Cue it up in 3, people.
会いに行けなくてごめん。しばらくずっと忙しくてさ。
I'm sorry for not visiting sooner, but I've been caught up with work and...
それよりさすがに少し恥ずかしすぎるんですけど。
But anyway, isn't this a little much? It's... it's kind of embarrassing.
いいから。このままお姉ちゃんに抱きしめられてなさい。
Oh, who cares about that? Now give your big sister a hug.
背もこんなに高くなって。
You've gotten so tall.
前に別れた時は私と同じくらいだったのにね。
We were about the same height when you left for Calvard.
And considering you're bending your knees right now, you're about the same height anyway. You're bending your knees, so you're cutting a few inches off yourself.
そりゃ育ち盛りの3年間だったし。
Well, I have had 3 years to grow.
なんていうか。
Well, this is,
想像以上に甘々ですね。
so sweet. I'm starting to feel ill.
Yes, Tio, mood, absolutely. It's like, ugh, knock it off. This is too sweet, stop it. That's a mood, Tio, that's definitely a mood.
おのれロイド。あんな素敵なお姉さんを。
Damn you, Lloyd. How dare you hide your beautiful goddess of a sister from me?
はじめまして、セシル・ノイエスと言います。
Let me properly introduce myself. I'm Cecile Newes.
どちら様かと思ったけど、ロイドの同僚さんだったんですね。
So you three are Lloyd's co-workers, right?
はい、エリー・マクダイルです。
Yes. My name's Ellie
どう
McDowell.
もティオ・プラトーです。
T.L. Plato. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
ランディ・オルランドス、どうぞお見知りおきを。
Randy Orlando's the name. I assure you, the pleasure's all mine.
よろしくね。
It's nice to meet all of you.
でも私ったら慌てんぼうね。
I'm such a scatterbrain.
てっきりロイドが彼女を連れて遊びに来たかと思っちゃったわ。
And here I was, thinking that Lloyd brought his girlfriend to pay me a visit.
何を言い出すのさ。
Cecile, what are you talking about? Get ready for the harem glares because obviously they're all jealous and want to be part of him.
だって3年ぶりでしょ。
I mean, you've been gone for almost 3 years,
彼
right?
女の1人か2人くらい作ってお姉ちゃんに紹介してくれるのかなって。
I had hoped you'd make a girlfriend or two that you'd introduce me to.
ひょっとして本当に付き合っているけど仕事だから隠しているとか。
Oops. Are you actually dating one of them but trying to keep it under wraps because you're co-workers?
ごめんなさい。悪いことをしちゃったわね。
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to let the cat out of the bag, Lloyd.
Oh my god, I was right when I said it's me, Cam. Holy shit, she's almost as ditzy and scatterbrained as she was. Yes, I called it. No, I'm not sorry. Good question, Avian. Did we answer a soap opera? I hope not, they never end.
あのね。
Cecile, please.
それでどっちと付き合ってるの？
So, which one is
エ
it?
リーさん、ティオちゃん、
Oh,
そ
God.
れとも2人いっぺんにとか。
Ellie? Tio? Oh, my. You aren't dating both of them at the same time, are you?
As if he's going to admit that in front of them, Cecile. Even if he was going on the harem route, he's not going to admit it.
だから違うってば。
Cecile, I'm not dating them.
もしかしてそこの彼と。
I mean, inclusion, I guess, but this will be an interesting one.
Does that mean you're dating him?
私もそういうのには理解のある姉でいたいから。
Well, I've always tried to be an understanding big sister to you.
Uh-oh.
全力で応援させてもらうわ。
Don't worry. You've got my full support.
いや、そこは反対するところだから。
No, I do not swing that way. I mean, Lloyd, no one would care if you did. You don't have to get so defensive, mate. You know, come on. You don't need to be so defensive. It's the modern era. You know, it's perfectly fine. No one's going to think any less of you. Oh god, that sounds like a plot from Dallas, that Avian. The dead, not dead identical twin dating everyone because they're secretly a billionaire secret serial killer. It's Dexter meets Dallas, people. Who asked for that?
なんだかユニークなお姉さんですね。
Well, she certainly is interesting.
天然なところも素敵だ。
Ooh, everything about this lady is just wonderful. Even that ditzy personality of hers. Anyway,
それで、セシルね、魔獣騒ぎのことなんだけど。
Cecil, we're actually here about the recent monster attack.
うん、そうだったわね。
Yes, that's right.
市長から許可はもらったから私が説明させてもらうけど。
I already received permission from the nurse administrator to tell you everything.
1週間前の夜のことよ。
It happened exactly 1 week
う
ago.
ちで研修医をしている人が魔獣に襲われてしまったの。
That night, one of our residents, Litten, was assaulted by some monsters.
ただおかしなことがあって。
However, there was something odd about
警
it.
備隊の調書によると被害者の勘違いの可能性もあると書かれていましたが。
The CGF report mentions the possibility it may have been a misunderstanding on the victim's part. Is that what you're referring to?
そうやっぱり半信半疑みたいね。
Avian, stop reading the script, please. Stop reading the script. I deliberately didn't say that for once. I was deliberately not saying that. I wanted to try and have a spoiler-free stream.
Exactly. It seems that the CGF weren't completely convinced by his account.
私も詳しくは知らないけど、病棟の屋上で襲われたらしいの。
Now, I don't know the specifics, but I heard Lytton was attacked on the roof.
屋上
The roof?
どういうことでしょう。
How is that possible?
病棟の屋上は庭園みたいなテラスになってるの。
Well, you see, the hospital roof is a terrace, complete with its own garden.
奥には先生方が詰めている研究棟なんてのも立っていてね。
The entrance to the research ward is up there too.
なるほど。要するに魔獣が出るような場所じゃありえないってことっすね。
Gotcha. So to sum it up, it ain't a place you'd ever expect monsters to show up.
警備隊の人たちも最終的にそう判断したみたい。
Yes, that's the conclusion that the CGF ended up reaching too. But considering they asked you to investigate
あ
further,
なたたちに調査をお願いしているところを見ると。
it seems they weren't satisfied with that answer.
いやどうかな
I don't know,
正
Cecil.
直そんなに期待されてはいないと思ってるけど
Honestly, I don't think they're expecting that much out of us.
謙遜しないで。
Oh, it's so modest,
ク
Lloyd.
ロスベルタイムズを読んだけど、すごく頑張ってるみたいじゃない？
I read the Crossbow Times, you know. I could tell that from that just how hard you guys have been working.
そうかあの旧市街の事件か
Oh, are you talking about the case in the downtown district?
ひょっとして俺たちのことをかっこよく書かれちゃってます？
Are you telling me they actually made us look good for once?
そうは書かれてないけど、頑張ってることは伝わってきたわ。
They may not have outright stated it, but the message was clear.
それに、ちょっと前までうちに怪我をしていた男の子たちが入院していたんだけど、
On top of that, a couple of those boys were wrapped up in the mess, were hospitalized at St.
お
Ursula.
見舞いに来た仲間の子たちからちょっとだけ話を聞いちゃったの。
I heard a bit about the situation while their friends came to visit them.
あなたたちに大きな借りを作っちゃったって。
Believe it or not, they kept mentioning they owed you for a favor.
そうだったんだ
Huh? Really?
面白い偶然ですね。
I'm glad we were able to help.
いや照れちゃうな。
Oh, you're gonna make me blush.
ランディさんはそれほど活躍してないと思いますが。
I can see your head swelling before our very eyes, Randy.
Is TOR sarcastic, our sarcastic mum? Because she seems to have a real mood at the moment. She's basically like that. It's almost like she's like riff tracking the game. And I dig it. It's really funny.
でも、そうね。
Let me think.
この先は実際に被害に遭った人から直接聞いた方がいいかもしれないわね。
An interview with Lloyd Lytton is probably a good place to start your investigation.
できれば紹介してほしい
Yeah, if you could introduce us, that'd be
そ
great.
れと実際の現場を調べておきたいかな
Also, I'd like to investigate the actual crime scene, if possible.
わかった。どちらも案内するから任せて。
I don't think that will be a problem. I'll show you to both Lytton's room and the roof.
あとセシルね時間の方は大丈夫
Are you sure you have the time for that, Cecile?
ちょうど今は休憩時間になっているから。
Oh, don't worry. It's no trouble at all. I'm on break right now anyway.
それじゃあまずは病院棟の2階に行きましょう。
First, we'll head to the second floor of the
み
hospital.
んな、私についてきて。
Follow me, everyone.
はい、
Thank you.
了解です。
We appreciate it.
お供します。
I'll follow you anywhere you like.
みんないきなりセシル姉に馴染んでるな
Well, seems like everyone's really hitting it off with Cecile. No, he's... I'm not going to finish the sentence, actually. I'll get banned if I do. Right, so we need to follow her, but she's following us. So we've got a 5-person party for the first time in ages. With Lloyd as lead. I believe it's going to be up on the 2nd floor. And now here. Yep, we now have room.
ひょっとしてここが被害者が襲われた
Is this where the victim was attacked, Cecile?
病棟の屋上になるわね。
Yes, this is the place.
どうする？先にこちらを調べてしまう？
Would you like to investigate the area first?
その前に被害者の話を聞いておきたい
No, actually. Before we do that, I want to ask the victim a few
後で
questions.
案内してくれるかな
Let's go visit him
わ
first.
かったわ。
Of
被
course.
害に遭った研修医の人は2階の病室にいるから案内するわね。
He's being treated on the 2nd floor of the hospital. Follow me.
よろしく
Thanks, Cecile. This is
こ
slow.
の病室だけど
This should be the room.
他の患者さんもいるからあまりうるさくしないでね。
There are other patients here, so try to keep your voices down, okay?
ああ大丈夫話を聞かせてもらうだけだよ
Sure thing. We just need to listen to his account.
それじゃあ入りましょう。
Shall we then?
経過は良好のようだね
Things seem to be progressing well.
これなら明日にでも退院できるだろう
At this rate, I may even be able to discharge you as soon as tomorrow.
本当ですか
For real?
ああ嘘は言わないよ
I wouldn't lie to you about that.
退院したら覚悟するといい
Once you get out of here, prepare yourself.
君にやってもらう仕事を山ほど用意してあるからね
I have 100 torrens worth of work stacked on my desk, waiting for you to tackle it.
ヨアヒム先生
That's a Gwinner! Come on!
病み上がりの人間にそんな殺生な
Way to kick your man while he's down!
列傷と打撲と捻挫くらいで情けないことを言いなさんな
Lacerations, bruises, and a sprain. Hardly anything major. You'll be fine in no time.
逆にしこたま休んで体力が有り余ってるだろ
Besides, you've been resting quite a bit. You must have a surplus of energy, if anything.
今まで以上にバリバリと働けるだろうさ
My yes. I'd say you should be able to work 10 times harder than before.
先生ってよく S って言われませんか
This is cruel and unusual, Datter. Are you a sadist or something?
僕としては M の方だと思うんだけどね
Given the amount of work I've had to deal with here, I'd say I'm closer to being a masochist.
もう何の話をしてるんですか？
Good grief. What in Adios' name are you two talking about?
おや
Oh,
セシルさん
Nurse
お
Newes.
二人とも他の患者さんもいるんですからあまり変な話をしたらダメですよ。
What's the matter with you two? Talking about that sort of thing here of all places. This is a
子
hospital.
供が聞いたらどうするんですか？
What if a child heard you?
すみません
Sorry about that.
参ったな
Oops. Fair point.
おやそちらの方々は
Oh, do we have
ク
visitors?
ロスベル警察の方です。
They're officers from the CPD.
例の事件についてリットンさんから直接お話を聞きたいそうです。
They wanted to speak to Litton directly about that incident, actually.
な
Oh.
るほどそういうことか
Ah, so that's what you're here for. I should have
とな
guessed.
ると僕はここで退散した方が良さそうだね
I suppose you don't need me here for that.
so I'll be on my way.
他の病室を改心してくれよ。
If you do happen to need me, I'll be making my usual
お
rounds.
疲れ様です。
Thank you, Dr.
サ
Gwenner.
ボったらダメですよ。
And don't even think about sneaking out to go fishing. Why is everyone in this game obsessed with fishing? It is boring. And now all the anglers are going to come running in here, and because I managed to successfully bait them.
キク。いやいや、めっそうもない。
Oh, I would never.
それじゃあ失礼。
Excuse me then.
今の人は
Yeah, who was that?
ヨアヒム先生といって准教授をされている方よ。
That was Dr. Gwenner, one of our associate professors.
とても優秀な先生なんだけど、少し趣味人すぎるというか。
Though he's an excellent doctor, his priorities are rather questionable. And speaking of priorities, I need some air in this room. One moment, people. That's better. Got a little breeze coming in now, which is going to make the place nice and cool, nice and relaxed in here.
それでリットンさん、お時間をいただいても大丈夫ですか？
Now then, Litton, are you feeling well enough to answer some of their questions?
ええ、それは構わないですけど。
Sure, I don't mind,
でも
but
どうしてクロスベル警察の人が？
didn't the CGF come through here and for their own investigation?
警備隊が調べていたんじゃなかったのかい？
Why are the CPD doing one now?
それが警備隊の方でも手詰まりになったらしくて
Well, unfortunately, the CGF had a dead
自
end.
分たちも捜査協力をすることになったんです
Because of that, they asked us to assist with an investigation of their own.
そうなのか。
Okay.
やっぱり僕が夢を見たとか思われてるのかな。
I guess this must mean they thought I was dreaming or something.
それとも無遊病？いやいやいや、そんなわけが。
But maybe they figured out the worst possible episode of sleepwalking. No, I know that can't be it.
そのできれば改めて聞かせていただけませんか？
Lyndon, can you tell us exactly what happened last week?
1週間前の夜起きたことについて。
If possible, start from the beginning.
ああ、
Yeah, no problem.
そうだな。あれは研修レポートを書き上げた深夜のことだった。
It was late and I just finished slaving away on my research paper.
その研修レポートというのが気難しいことで有名なラゴー教授の指導研修のものでさ。
You see, this particular research paper was for Dr. Largo, who's notoriously hard to please.
もう全神経を集中する勢いで徹夜で書き上げたもんだから、正直意識は朦朧としてたんだ。
After hours and hours spent staring at those damn pages, I found myself a bit woozy once I got up from my desk.
意識は朦朧としてるんだけど、なんかハイになってるっていうか。
It sort of felt like I was on a high, honestly.
そんな状態で夜風に当たっていると、その声が聞こえてきたんだ。
I went outside to get some fresh air, and that was when I heard it. That sounded like stomach rumbling. Oh, what the hell? Shadow dogs?
記憶があるのは実際にはそこまでなんだ。
Then I don't remember much after that.
翌朝用務員さんがズタボロになって気絶した僕のことを発見してくれて。
The next morning, the janitor found me on the roof, passed out and torn up. Now you see, this is where the game's leading us to believe that they're the wolves and that they're transforming. Because no one sees where they are, no one knows how they got up that high. And they were found covered in lacerations. So it'd be predictable if that's the way it goes. It'd be very, very predictable.
それで緊急入院して今現在に至るというわけさ。
Meanwhile, massive thank you to Ty Huffle, who's just become my 70th follower. Thank you very, very much. Got a lovely little bit of confetti on the screen. That's incredible. Thank you very much. That's so awesome of you. Really appreciate it. I was immediately taken in one of the hospital rooms and treated, which brings us to now.
なるほど。状況は一通り把握しました。
Thank you. I have a general understanding what happened now.
襲ってきた魔獣どもの姿ははっきりとは見てないのか。
Indeed I am, Huffle. Thank you very much. Doing very, very well. So, I take it you didn't get a good look at whoever it was that attacked you.
いやー、恥ずかしながらショックで気絶したらしくてね。
Yeah, not really. It's still a bit embarrassing to admit, but apparently I passed out from shock.
真っ赤に光る目と白い牙、それと黒っぽい毛並みくらいしか覚えていないんだよ。
What I can't remember is the sight of blood red eyes, white fangs, and a cloak of blackish
た
fur.
だ警備隊も確認してたけど、狼っぽいと言われたらそうだと思う。
The CGF asked me if I thought it was wolf-like, and I told them yes, but I was never 100% certain.
なるほど。
I
そ
see.
の傷の方はどうだったんですか？
Where exactly were you wounded?
うん。右肩のところに牙で噛まれたような跡はあった。
On my right shoulder, I was covered in fang-like marks that made it look like I'd been bitten by something.
逆にそれ以外の怪我は打撲とか捻挫とかくらいでね。
But strangely enough, all my other victim injuries were just bumps and a sprain.
多分噛みつかれた後、そのまま床に引き倒されたと思うんだけど。
If I had to guess, I'd say I was knocked down on the floor after I got chomped on, but
なぜか魔獣はそれ以上あなたを襲わなかった。
you're wondering why the monster stopped
つ
there.
まりそういうことですね。
Am I right?
そうなんだ。
Yes, exactly.
本当なら食いちぎられてもおかしくないところなのに。
Isn't it strange that I wasn't torn to
お
pieces?
まけに場所が屋上だろ。もう警備隊の人にもうさんくさい目で見られちゃってさ。
On top of that, it happened on the roof. I swear, when I told the CGF people that, they looked at me like I'd grown a second
し
head.
まいには夜中ふらふら街道に出て魔獣に襲われたんじゃないかって疑われる始末だったよ。
The only conclusion they could come to was that I somehow staggered onto the highway and ran into a pack of
で
monsters.
もあなたが発見されたのはこの建物の屋上ですよね。
But you were discovered unconscious on the hospital roof, were you not?
襲われたパニックで屋上まで逃げてから気絶した。
That's true. Maybe I panicked, ran out to the roof and then passed out.
その可能性はゼロじゃないかもな。
It's not impossible, I guess.
それはさすがに無理があるんじゃ。
That may be a little too far-fetched.
もうリットンさん、
Oh,
襲わ
listen.
れたあなたがそんな自信のないことでどうするんですか？
You're the only one that can ask for details. How would I get to the bottom of this if you don't have any confidence in your
あ、
account?
いや、すみません。
I'm sorry, I just don't
で
know.
もね、説明がつかないことをそのままにするのも嫌じゃない？
And as unlikely as that explanation is, it's better than none at all, isn't
だっ
it?
たら自分の記憶が曖昧になってるって考えた方が気が楽っていうか。
So I figure it makes more sense than I'm just not remembering things very well.
というか、もし本当に魔獣が屋上なんかに現れたんだとしたら、ちょっと怖すぎない？
I mean, wouldn't it be even worse if it was just true that monsters could suddenly appear on the roof?
気持ちはわからなくもないですけど。
I understand how you feel, Litten, but think about it like this.
本当にそうだとしたらちゃんと対策を考えないと。
If you actually were attacked on the roof, we need to make sure it doesn't happen to anyone else ever again.
ご協力ありがとうございました。
Thank you for your help, Lynn.
自分たちの方でも襲われた現場を調べてみます。
I think we'll go investigate the scene of the crime now.
ああ、よろしく頼むよ。
Oh, of course. Thanks for looking into this,
ち
guys.
ゃんとした説明がついて対策できるんだったら、それに越したことはないからね。
If you can figure out what happened, we'll be able to keep it from happening again. So good luck. Right, so he believes he was attacked on the roof, but he was told that it doesn't make sense that it was by the Crossbow Guardian force. He didn't see his attackers. He's covered in scratches.
さて
Nothing adds up.
今度は屋上の調査か
To the roof there.
ああ、まずは襲われた現場に行ってみよ
Right. Let's go see for ourselves where Litton was attacked.
う。セシルね、時間の方は大丈夫？
Cecil, are you still okay on time?
そうね、そろそろ休憩時間が終わっちゃうかも。
My break is over pretty soon,
せめてリットンさんが発見された場所までは案内するわ。
but I can at least show you where he was found.
よろしく頼むよ。
That'd be great, thanks. So let's head out to the crime scene, which we came up the stairs, I believe. Back here. Oh, that's just where the nurse's station and that is, so we don't want to go there just yet. It was on the outside terrace, so I'm assuming... There we are, the exit. Here it is. Right, he was over near the railing's edge, wasn't he?
「話を聞いた限りだと、この辺りが現場になるのかな。
Judging by everything we've heard, the scene of the crime's around here, right?
ええ、リットンさんはそこのベンチの前あたりで倒れていたらしいわね。
Yes, supposedly Litton was found collapsed in front of this bench.
そうか。
That matches the report too.
その建物は確か研究棟だったっけ？
Oh, that's the research ward, isn't it?
ええ、先生方と研修医の人が集めている場所よ。
That's right. All of our doctors and residents do their work
実
there.
験用に何か危険な魔獣を飼っているようなことは。
Do they perhaps perform experiments on dangerous monsters in there?
それはさすがにないわね。
Of course not, silly.
Yeah, that's what the Umbrella Corporation said in Raccoon City as well. Don't be so gullible on this.
研究用の植物を育てている温室みたいな場所はあるけど。
The most exotic thing in there is a greenhouse where plants for research are grown.
なるほど。
How interesting.
セシルね、案内ありがとう。
Thanks for taking the time to show us around,
とりあえ
Cecile.
ず何かわかるまで一通り調べてみるよ。
For now, I'd like to perform a sweep of the area until we figure something out.
わかったわ。
Sure, I'm always happy to
そ
help.
れじゃあみんな調査の方頑張ってね。
Well, good luck on your investigation, everyone. Be sure to turn over every little stone you can. We
お
will.
疲れ様です。
Thank you for showing us
ど
around.
うか朗報期待しててくださいっす
We'll have this solved in no time. Look forward to the news.
とりあえず屋上を中心に一通り調査をしてみよう。
Okay, guys. Like I said, I think we should conduct a thorough sweep before anything else.
狼型魔獣たちが本当に屋上に現れた。
The monsters appear on the roof.
その前提で侵入ポイントを何とか突き止めてみたい。
With that assumption in mind, I want us to focus on pinning down their point of entry.
わかったわ。
Yeah, that's a smart
ロ
plan.
イドさんお得意の可能性を絞り込む方法ですね。
Narrowing down the possibilities. That seems to be your favorite method of investigation.
んじゃま調べてみるか
Well, let's get to it. Okay, another quick save, and then we'll start looking around. So we'll check out the bench where he was allegedly found, because there might be some clues there. Not seeing an interactive icon, because that's what I'm looking for. Oh, hang on, right, here we go.
さすがにここから入ってきたってのはなしか
Definitely wasn't here.
下は水面だしね。
Yeah, not with all that water below.
狼型の魔獣だったらよじ登るのも無理だろうな。
If they really are wolf-like monsters, climbing up from here would be near impossible for him. Well, I mean, not necessarily, because there are some ledges underneath. And if they actually manage to leap across the chasm there, they've got quite a lot of handholds. So technically they could climb up here. I'm stuck. I can't move.
任せて。
任せろ。
行きます。
行くぞ。
I'm stuck. I can't move. What the? I literally can't move. I'm stuck. There's nowhere to go. I can't get out of here. I'm trapped by my own team. We must save my family. Move! Yes, I've become the guy from Sword Art Online Abridged. Move! The NPCs are blocking the game, people. Okay, I'm gonna have to load it. Hopefully by loading I can fix this. They always say remember to save often. Now you know why, people. Now where is my save? And that's my newest one.
さすがにここから入ってきたってのはなし。
ああ、狼
So we had this scene before. Here we go. Yep. The stream's over, people. We can't get past the game because we can't move once we've activated the clue. That is the most insane game-breaking glitch I have ever seen. I've never seen that happen before. That's the sound of me pressing every direction I can possibly go in. Just to prove I'm deliberately, definitely trying to move here. See, hands off the keyboard, nothing's happening. Up. No. Down. No. Left. No. Right. No. Both together. No. Okay, we're going to try and do one more load. And I'm going to try and go to another part of the roof first. See if that somehow fixes the issue. If it doesn't, then I may have to try a full reset of the game. Right, now that we've interacted with something else first. I've just tried sneaking up on it.
ああ、狼型の魔獣だったら。
Right, so that clue is definitely bugged. It's definitely bugged. No doubt about it. That has happened on 3 separate saves. In fact, that's a point. Let's just try going over another save as well. See if putting in a fresh save makes any difference. So, every time we tried this so far, viewers, it's prevented us from carrying on the game. So they have this brief conversation about how here is not possible a point of entry due to the water below. Afterwards, I get stuck. And changing characters does nothing to do with it. Even changing the characters doesn't help. So, as we know for a fact that this is not a place of entry, let's try everywhere else and see if we find the answer without it. We might be able to circumvent it. Right, here we are. There's another one here. Let's see if the same thing happens.
Lloyd, what about here?
いかにも魔獣が入ってきそうな地形だけど。
Yeah, looking at the terrain, it's definitely not impossible for this to be the point of entry, but
それでもやっぱり高さがネックになりそうだ。
even then, I still think it's too high up. Right, that one's been eliminated. So we'll do a quick save over with that one. And that's 1 point of entry that we've got around. We don't want to head back inside just yet. I don't Over the bridge, I can't see it.
さすがにここから侵入したってのはないか。
It seems unlikely it came from this direction.
飛行型魔獣なら説明はつくんだけど。
If they had wings, that would explain a lot. But I doubt that's the case. What are these boxes? Ah, here we go. Right. I mentioned boxes. Take a look at this.
ここからだったら入ってこられそうじゃない？
You think the monsters might have gotten through here?
確かに飛び移ってこれない高さじゃないな。
Normally, you wouldn't be able to jump up here from that
と
floor.
なると
However, can we get down to that level? Yeah, we can, I think. Bear left. I'm calling it you. You like cleaning up stuff because you're covering up the evidence. Yeah, there's stairs. You could easily climb that.
この上を調べさせてもらうか。
Alright, we should probably climb up here just to check, just to be safe.
手伝ってくれ。
Ready? Mind giving me a hand?
よし来た。
You got it, pal. The tops of the boxes are covered in dust and strange markings. Upon further inspection, it's clear they are paw prints. Bingo!
ああ魔獣の足跡。それも
Yeah, those are definitely from a monster. Looks like paw prints to me.
やっぱり
There's our lead.
となると
And that means
あちらの方から侵入された可能性が高そうですね。
the probability to gain entry through here is extremely high.
ああ、多分そうだろう。
Yeah, I agree.
見たところそっちはそれほど高さがなさそうだ。
This spot doesn't look too high up from the
ま
ground.
た入られちまわないよう何か対策をした方がいいかもな。
We should probably let the hospital know so they can stop him from coming in again.
そうね。
Yes, I agree.
でもここでの調査はこれで一通り終了かしら。
So does this mean we're done with our investigation here?
ああ、そうだな。
Yeah, but there's still a lot of unanswered questions.
どうしてわざわざこんなところに入ってきたのか。
Why did you even want to come up to the roof in the first
そ
place?
れにどうしてリットンさんを中途半端に襲ったのか。
And why were Litton's wounds as wide as they
ま
were?
だまだ謎は残っているけど。
We have a lot to figure out.
さすがにそれは魔獣に聞いてみないとわからないのでは。
I suppose only the monsters themselves would know the answers.
そうそう。
Sounds about right.
警備隊の長所の保管ができただけでも十分だろう。
What we got should be enough to round out the CGS report, though.
そうだな。
Yeah, it should be.
よし。とりあえず帰る前にセシル姉に報告しよう。
For now, let's report back to Cecile before we return to the
そう
city.
ね。報告とお礼を言わなきゃ。
We still need to thank her
それ
too.
じゃあまあナースセンターでも行きますか。
Back to the nurse's station, then. I'm down with that. So, by stubbornly loading and refusing to interact with that one, we found a way around the problem. But yes, and I wonder how many people have experienced that game-breaking bug. If you'd not saved for ages, you'd have lost all your progress with that. And that would have sucked. So, as Monimi puts it in Danganronpa,
Remember to save regularly.
don't ever forget to save. You have the ability to save anywhere, use it. Do not be afraid of scumming people.
With night fast approaching, outpatient care is finally starting to slow down, little by little. I thought having a Lytton. Be sure you get home before it gets dark, alright?
Oh, I'm at reception. I need to go to the nurse's station. The nurse's station's back inside after all. It's up here. It's on the 3rd floor. I have no sense of direction, people. Scratch that. I have no sense, people. Can we get anything from the research admin out of curiosity? There's no reason to enter for now. Yeah, I bet there isn't. For now being the key words there, people. I'm onto you, game. I know how this works.
Oh, hello there, everyone.
確か警察の方ですよね。調査の方はいかがですか？
You're those police officers, right? How's the investigation coming along?
一通り終了しました。
Yeah, we just about finished,
それ
actually.
でセシルね、いや、セシルさんに報告しようと思いまして。
I was hoping we could let Cecile know what we found. Miss Nuez, I mean.
あ、そうだったんですか。
Oh, is that right?
それにしてもセシル先輩から聞いていた通りだったな。
It's just like Cecile said.
Oh, God, she's got a hot streak, hasn't she? Come again?
いつもロイド君の話を聞かされてたんですよ。
I've heard lots of stories about you, Lloyd
最
Bennings.
近クロスベルに帰ってきたってセシル先輩ずっと嬉しそうで。
Cecile hasn't been able to stop talking about you since your big homecoming.
これだけ可愛かったら納得だな。
And now we understand why. You're so cute.
Oh, God, here we go.
可愛いって。
Me? Cute?
鼻の下伸びてます。
Why are you blushing, Lloyd?
たく勤務中にだらしがないわね。
My word, Lloyd. Around Judy, you're just as bad as Randy.
伸びてないし、だらしがなくもないって。
I'm not blushing, and I'm nowhere near as bad as Randy.
まあ待ちなロイド。
Hey, man, chill.
ここはお兄さんに任せとけ。
Let me show you how a real pro does things. Yes, gross. It is a bit, isn't it, Avia? What are you... Oh, no.
可愛いってのは君
Oh.
みたいな子に使うべきだと思うけどな。
Right, hang on, I've got a... If this is gonna fail, I gotta do it properly. Let's part the hair. Okay. Haha. You know, babe, if you ask me, you're the real cutie here.
Huh?
いき
Me?
なりごめん。俺はランディって言うんだ。
Oh, where are my manners? The name's Randy.
君の名前は
And you are?
フィリアですけど。
Philia. I'm
ラ
Philia.
ンディさんはロイド君の同僚さんですか？
Do you work with Lloyd, Randy?
あこれでも警察官でね。
Sure do. I'm a certified boy in blue.
どうお近づきの印に週末みんなで合コンでも。
To celebrate our meeting, how about you join me for a little party this weekend?
当然こいつも連れてくるし、こっちも女の子がいるから楽しいと思うよ。
This guy'll be there, of course, and you're free to bring some girlfriends, too. Now, doesn't that sound like a good time?
ちょっと。
Wait a second there, Andy.
そうですね。
It's definitely
たま
tempting.
には息抜きもしたいし、スケジュールが合いそうな子を誘ってみましょうか。
I like to let my hair down so every so often, so I'll call some of my friends to see who's available.
そうしてよ。
Oh, yeah. Call them all up.
クロスベルの居酒屋でいいかな。俺の方でセッティングするからさ。
How does Garrett sound? That's my go-to bar in the city.
卒がないですね。
He has quite the silver tongue.
さすがナンパが趣味というだけはあるわね。
I suppose his claims of being a ladies' man weren't all talk after all.
というか俺たち、セシル姉に報告が来てるんだけど。
We came in to report to Cecile. How did it end up like this? You're insulting for all of womankind, David. Trust me, I'm insulting for the guys. We're not this creepy. I promise. Most of us don't do this. Most of us are not so up ourselves to believe that's what people want.
いやーしかし光栄だな。
Wow. I've got to be the luckiest guy in
君
Crossbell.
みたいな白衣の天使とお近づきになれるなんてさ。
Having a few drinks of an angel like yourself is more than I could ask for.
でもうちのナース服って別に白衣じゃないですよ。
An angel, huh? I'm afraid I'm just a regular nurse, Randy.
それでもいいんですか？
Are you okay with that?
ノープロブレムさ。
No problemo.
その服だって可愛いし、それ以上に中の子たちがみんな抜群に可愛いからね。
Besides, you rock that uniform. Hell, every lady here ain't too bad if I'm being honest with myself.
君なんか特にさ。
But you, babe, you drive me crazy.
もうランディさんたら。
Oh, Randy!
Ugh.
おや抜群に可愛いだなんて照れちまうね。
Ain't too bad, huh? Goodness me. I think I'm going red in the face.
Huh?
市長。
Oh, hello there, Mother.
あははじゃないだろ
Don't act all innocent,
う。
Missy.
午後の検温はどうしたんだい？あんたの担当だろう。
Did you remember to take temperatures this afternoon? That was your job, right?
そ
Uh,
れに週末といえば大きな手術が入ってるのを忘れたのかい？
oh, and this weekend? Did you somehow forget that we're overseeing an incredibly complex surgery?
そうでした。
Whoopsie daisy.
ごめんなさいランディさん。またの機会ということで。
I'm really sorry, Randy. It looks like we're going to have to
ロイ
reschedule.
ド君に皆さんもまたね。
See you later, everyone.
なんなら代わりに週末私が付き合おうか？
Perhaps you'd like to spend the weekend with me instead.
これでも白衣の天使と言えなくもないだろうしね。
I'm sure I'm angel enough for you, no?
いやーさすがに恐れ多いっすから。
Of course. Let me just double check my schedule.
ちだロイド。
You're up, Lloyd. Tag in.
まったく
Randy, please.
すみません騒がしくしてしまって。
I'm terribly sorry about him, ma'am.
まあいいさ。
Well, what's done is
そ
done.
れで調査はもういいのかい？セシルを呼ぼうとしてたみたいだが。
So, has your investigation yielded anything? Must be if you're here for Cecile.
はい一通り終了しました。
Yes, ma'am. We just finished,
そ
actually.
れでいくつか判明したので彼女に報告しようと思いまして。
We found a few leads, so we wanted to give her a rundown of everything.
セシルはこの時間だと確かあの子のところに。
I see. Around this time, Cecil should be checking in on that girl.
アナウンスで呼ぶのもちょっとあれだしね。
And I don't think it's necessary to use the intercom to page her over.
そうだあんたたち。
Okay, how about
多
this?
分あの子はこの上の階の一番奥の病室にいると思うんだ。
Why don't you guys go to Cecile and give her your report in
そ
person?
っちに行ってくれるかね。
She should be visiting one of our patients in the farthest room on the third floor.
病室ですか？
Are we really allowed to go to a patient's
お
room?
邪魔してもいいんでしょうか？
We won't be interrupting?
ちょっと訳ありの子が入院していてね。
Young child. Under special circumstances. I'm sensing a flag here.
Of course not. The young child she's looking after is hospitalized here under special
で
circumstances.
きればあんたたちにも見舞ってあげてほしいんだ。
I'm sure she'd love to have some visitors. So it'd be nice if you could say hello while you're there.
なるほどわかりました。
Sure thing. We'd be happy
適
to.
当に遊んであげりゃいいってことっすよね。
So you want us to keep the kiddo company for a little bit,
ま
huh?
あそういうことさね。
That's right. Thanks, I appreciate
それ
it.
じゃあよろしく頼むよ。
If you'll excuse me.
Tio wasn't fooled.
Right, okay.
And because last time I did something innocuous and still had my game softlock on me, I'm saving now. Let's crack back on. So up the stairs, and then to the farthest rooms. That's going to be 304 or 305, I reckon. Right, 304 looks like it's the farthest one to me.
あ、セシルね。
Hey, Cecile.
あらロイド
Oh, Lloyd.
It's Nanako from Persona 4.
市長さんからここにいるって聞いてさ。
Oh, interesting. The kids had tracked us. I think the kid's either blind or undergoing something that's making it so she can't see temporarily. Would the game do that? A child under special circumstances in a room on her own, who can't see, transmogrifying into an enemy. These creepy plushies have me very nervous. The nurse administrator tells you you're working up
そ
here.
のお邪魔だったかな。
But, are we interrupting?
大丈夫よ
No, not at all.
しずくちゃん今話してたお兄さんたちよ
These are the people I was telling you about,
ク
Shizuku.
ロスベル警察に勤めている正義のおまわりさんなの
The police officers of the CPD, defenders of justice.
No wonder Ava's wandering around.
正義のって。
The defenders of
さ
justice?
すがにそれは過大評価だと思いますけど
I think you might be overselling us a bit, Cecile.
そのお仕事お疲れ様です
Thank you for everything you do, officers.
She's definitely going to be an important character because she's got an inset picture.
私はしずくマクレインって言います
McLean. Arios. Arios is her brother. Arios McLean.
My name is Shizuku McLean.
ありがとう。
We're glad to help you, Shizuku.
あれ
Wait, hold
マ
on.
クレインって
You said McLean.
どこかで聞いたような。
That name definitely rings a few bells.
ひょっとしたら面識があるかもしれないわね
I'm sure you've seen it plenty in the papers plenty of
し
times.
ずくちゃんのお父さんはアリオスさんって言うんだけど
You see, her father is none other than Arios McLean.
Ah, so it's not brother, it's father. He's a dad.
え
Seriously?
風の牽制
The divine blade of wind.
あのおっさん、娘がいたのかよ。
That guy's got a kid?
皆さんはお父さんのお知り合いなんですか
Do you all know my father?
いやー、知り合いというか、
Well, I guess you could say
前
that.
に危ないところを助けてもらったんだけど。
He helped us out of a tight spot a while ago. But we haven't seen him much since.
そうだったんですか
Oh, is that
う
so?
ちのお父さん不愛想だからお気を悪くされませんでした
I know my father can be a bit blunt sometimes, so I hope he didn't do anything to offend you.
そんな、とんでもない。
No, definitely
こ
not.
んなすごい人がいるんだなって、身が引き締まったっていうか。
Honestly, meeting someone as accomplished as him pushed me to be better myself.
厳しいけど思いやりがあって頼りになりそうな方だったわ
He certainly didn't mince his words, but it was clear he's a dependable man who truly cares about people.
素敵なお父様ね
You have a wonderful father, don't you, Shizuku?
ありがとうございます
She just said thank you. They completely mistranslated that. Arigato gozaimasu is thank you.
Do you really think so?
しずくちゃんはお父さんっ子だものね
Shizuku, You're always such a daddy's girl, aren't you?
そのくせお父さんが訪ねても遠慮してあんまり甘えないし。
Still, whenever he comes to visit, you're so shy. You should just let
お父
loose.
さん大好きとか言って抱きついちゃえばいいのに。
Say stuff like, I love you, father, and give him lots of big hugs, okay?
セシルさんたら
Tio might have made a friend here. They both have that same kind of don't do anything mushy around people approach.
But Cecile, that's embarrassing.
あの凄腕のおっさんが娘に甘えられてる構図か。
Hard to imagine that workaholic getting smothered by his daughter.
少し想像しにくいですね。
Agreed. It is quite hard to picture.
そういえば例の件なんだけど。
So- Thinking of Suzuha. Oh wow. Of course, that game's coming out at some point soon. The remake reboot of Steins Gate. That's why I've started playing Chaos Head Noah, people. That's the reason.
By the way, we might have a lead for your case.
実はここにいるしずくちゃんが気づいたことがあるらしくって。
Shizuku tells me she noticed something out of the ordinary that night.
Enhanced hearing. Calling it now because she's blind.
気づいたこと？
She did?
そのリットンさんが襲われた晩のことなんですけど。
Well, I remember the night Lennon was attacked.
私眠れなかったから展示の本を読んでいて。
I was having a hard time falling asleep, so I stayed up reading my braille
そ
books.
の時悲鳴みたいなのが聞こえてきたんです。
And all of a sudden, I heard a scream.
本当かい？
Really?
それでどうしたの？
What happened next?
その気になったのでそこの窓を開けて耳を澄ませたんですけど。
Well, I was curious what was happening, so I opened the window and listened very
そ
carefully.
れ以上悲鳴は聞こえなくて、代わりにはっはっはって息遣いみたいな音が聞こえて。
I didn't hear any more screams, but I did hear something that sounded like heavy
し
breathing.
ばらくしたらタンタンって何か跳ねるような音が聞こえて。
And after a few minutes, I suddenly heard a thumping sound, almost like someone was jumping.
それで終わりです。
And, that's all I remember.
そっか。そ
Interesting.
のことは警備隊の人には？
Did you tell the CGF that too?
その私ずっと夢でも見たのかと思ってて。
To be honest, I thought I dreamt the entire
さ
thing.
っきセシルさんから話を聞いて初めてそのことだって気づいて。
I only realized I had it when Cecil told me what had happened.
ごめんなさい。もっと早くに言ってれば。
I'm so sorry, everyone. If only I'd said something sooner.
いや、いいんだよ。
No, it's
あ
fine.
りがとう。教えてくれて。
We appreciate you telling us,
し
Shizuku.
かし屋上での調査を完全に裏付ける証言ですね。
Anyway, this statement supports the clues we found during our investigation of the roof.
ああ、最初の悲鳴ってのがあの研修医が気絶した時。
Sure does. And that scream she must have heard. That would have been Litton right before he fainted.
そして狼型魔獣の息遣いとあの木箱やらに飛び乗って逃げていった時の音みたいだな。
Then those sounds afterwards could have been the wolves panning as they jumped on the boxes to escape.
それと
And there was one more thing.
その私の空耳かもしれないですけど。
I might have just misheard it.
いいよ。気になったことは何でも言ってみて。
It's okay, Shizuku. Even the smallest detail might be an important clue.
はい。
Okay.
そのさっき話した音が聞こえてる最中なんですけど。
There was one more sound I thought I heard as all those other sounds were happening.
何かキーンってかすれた音が聞こえたような気がしたんです。
It was kind of like a faint whistling coming from somewhere in the distance.
Hello? Yep, this is me picking up the phone saying I called it as someone was controlling the wolves from a distance. And And I said last week that I found it very convenient that the CGF were near the town the moment that these wolves attacked. I found that very convenient. Being a blind person, she may have enhanced hearing that enables her to hear a frequency that humans can't. What she heard was a dog whistle.
キーンとかすれた音。
Whistling?
特定の魔獣が発する独自の鳴き声かなんかか。
Maybe it was some kind of specific noise these monsters make.
その音は普段は聞こえないのね。
Shizuku, have you heard that particular sound before?
はい、あの晩だけだと思います。
No, I've only ever heard it at night.
その、やっぱり私の空耳の可能性もあるかも。
I must have misheard it after
い
all.
や貴重な証言ありがとう。
I wouldn't be so sure. Anyway, thanks for giving us your statement, Shizuku. It might end up being the clue we need.
セシルね、いろいろと分かったことがあるから一通り報告させてもらうよ。
Cecile, are you ready to hear our report? I think our investigation here has helped make the truth a little bit clearer.
わかったわ。
Yes, of course.
それじゃあしずくちゃん、また夕食の時に来るわね。
Well, Shizuku, I'll see you around dinner time,
は
alright?
い。お仕事頑張ってください。
Okay. I hope the rest of your shift goes well,
ロ
Cecile.
イドさんたちも調査頑張ってくださいね。
And good luck with your investigation, everyone.
ありがとう。
You can count on it, Shizuku.
また遊びに来るわね。
We'll come visit again, okay?
セシルね、その
Cecil, that girl.
数年前の事故で目の光をね。
Yes. She lost her eyesight in an accident several years
で
ago.
も全く回復の見込みがないわけじゃないの。
Fortunately, there's hope she may regain it again someday.
少しずつ回復治療を受けながら療養生活をしているのよ。
She's been staying at St. Ursula and undergoing treatment little by little.
そうだったのか。
Well, that's good to
大
hear.
変ですね。
It must be very difficult for her.
とってもけなげな子でね。
She's a brave
お
girl.
父さんが忙しい人だからめったに会えずに寂しいでしょうに。
Since the bracer girl keeps her father busy, she gets quite lonely here. Yet despite that, she always has a smile on her
あ
face.
なたたちもよかったら今後とも仲良くしてあげてね。
I'd really appreciate it if you four could be her friends. I'm sure she'd like that too.
なあ、喜んで。
Of course, Cecile. We'd love to.
そうですね。とってもいい子みたいですし。
She seems like a lovely girl. I'd certainly wouldn't mind spending more time with
で
her.
すね。
I feel the same.
俺の素敵トークであの子を笑顔にしてやりますよ。
Leave it to me, Cecile. I'll use every bit of my charm to keep that smile on her face. Izanagi! Don't put your hands near the child. Leave Shizuku alone. That's an order.
ありがと
Thank you,
う。
everyone.
さてと。何か分かったんでしょ？
Now, back to business. I take it you figured something out, right?
改めて聞かせてもらえるかしら。
Mind filling me in?
なるほど。ここから魔獣が入り込んだのね。
So, the master's got in through here.
魔獣がなぜ入り込んだかそこまでは分かっていないけど、
Right. We still don't know what compelled them to do it,
何らかの対応策は取った方がいいとは思う。
but the hospital should take some precautions for the time being.
そうね。急ごしらえにはなってしまうと思うけど、
I agree. We'll have to
魔
improvise.
獣よけのフェンスくらいなら増設できるかもしれないわ。
It may be possible to set up some sort of fence to keep monsters away.
ああ、それだけでもかなり違いがあるっすよ。
Yeah, that should do the trick.
それなりの強度で可動式のものが必要ですが、
You would need something sturdy that can be easily set up.
この病院にそんな設備が？
Does the hospital have anything like that?
野外治療用の設備でそういったものがあったはずよ。
I believe we have something amongst our outdoor equipment that would work.
事務長さんに相談して設置してしまいましょう。
I'll talk to the chief and see if we can get it installed soon.
Well, it's cool they've got extra fence height. The issue is they've now got railings that go up.
お疲れ様でした。
Good work today,
これ
guys.
でみんなも安心できるわ。
Thanks to you all. Everyone at the hospital can work worry-free.
いやー、そんな。
Nothing to it.
でも実際大したことはしていないよ。
We didn't do anything that special.
本当に魔獣が入り込んだか証明したっていうだけだからね。
All we did was figure out how the wolves got in.
それがなかったらきちんとした対策も取れずにそのままだったところだもの。
Hey now, if not for you, we would never have known how to prevent something like this happening from happening
あ
again.
なたたちだったらいずれアリオスさんにも負けないくらいいい仕事ができると思うわ。
If you keep this up, then before long, you'll be on the front page just as often as
お
Arios.
姉ちゃんが保証してあげる。
I guarantee it.
接しるね。
You really think so?
感激っす。
Oh yeah, we
あ
will.
りがとうございます。とても励みになります。
Thank you for the kind words, Cecile.
頑張ります。
We will do our best. I'm
ロ
glad.
イド、お互い休みが取れたら改めてゆっくり会いましょ
Lloyd, when you're able to take some time off, let's meet up,
う。
okay?
お墓参りも一緒に行きたいしね。
I'd like to go visit this grave together.
そうだね。
Yeah, we should do that. Is it just me, by the way, who's calling a plot twist that his brother's not dead? Is it just me who thinks that's going to happen? The ultra trope that the person who's been long believed dead is actually still alive.
あとは、そうね。
Oh, one last
エリ
thing.
ーちゃんとティオちゃんのどちらかと付き合うことになったら、
Oh god.
ぜひ報告してちょうだいね。
When I see you next, make sure to tell me if you're dating Ali or Tita, right? Or Tio, right?
Tita? God, that would have been even worse. That was a line flip, fucking hell.
目いっぱいお祝いしちゃうから。
I'd like to congratulate you on getting your first girlfriend.
いやだからどうしてそんな話になるのさ。
I told you it wasn't like
だっ
that.
たら、ランディ君とでもいいけれど、
Oh, and I didn't mean to leave out
そ
Randy.
の時は連絡してね。そういったジャンルを読んで、バッチリ鍛えておくから。
Just let me know, okay? Whoever it is, you have my full
ど
support.
んなジャンルだよ。
How many times do I need to tell
い
you?
やー、セシルさんが喜んでくれるなら俺の方は構わないっすよ。
Hey, if that makes Cecile happy, I don't mind giving it a try. Yeah, there's another one. Yeah, Chloe's father. That's one. Yep, that's another good shout there, Avian.
いや構おうよ。
Well, I'd mind.
それじゃあ、私はここで失礼しちゃおうかな。
I'd love to talk more, but I had to excuse myself here.
気をつけて帰ってね。
Take care on the way back, everyone.
We will.
お世話になりました。
Thank you for everything.
ああ、いいな。
Oh, I think I'm in love.
温かくって包容力があって頼りがいもあって
Warm, reliable, open-minded.
とっても素敵な人ね。
She seems like an amazing person, Lloyd.
そう言ってもらえると嬉しいよ。
I'm glad you think so too.
実の姉さん以上に世話になってきた人だからさ。
We may not be real siblings, but she's my family, in my
そ
eyes.
れでロイドさん、
That reminds me,
セ
Lloyd.
シルさんとは実際にはどういうご関係なんですか？
What exactly is your relationship with her?
え
Huh?
そうね、ちょっとだけ気になるわね。
I'm a little curious too.
あなたいつにも増して弟くんって雰囲気だったし。
You say you're not related, but I've never seen you act such like a little brother.
なんだそりゃ。
What are you implying?
ロイド
Damn you,
あ
Lloyd.
んな素敵なお姉さんとベタベタ甘々
This whole time you were getting bathed by a babe like her.
羨ましい体を交換してください
I'd let a big sis any day. Please switch bodies with me. Come on, man.
できないから。
You know that isn't possible.
バカなこと言ってないで。そろそろクロスベル市に戻ろう。
Actually, I think it's about time we dropped this whole pointless conversation and head back to the city.
もう夕方だし。帰ったら今日の分の調書をちゃんとまとめておかないと。
It's already evening, and we still have to put together a report of today's
ご
investigation.
まかしましたね。
He dodged the
え
question.
え、それも露骨に。
Yes, quite blatantly at that.
おのれロイド俺のドストライクな人
Curse you, Lloyd. She's totally my type, too.
そこひそひそ話をしない。
Can you guys stop talking behind my back? I'm right here, you know. I did say that the harem fantasy is on in this game, didn't I? And I'm not wrong. Well, so it's on the buses back.
さてと、バスが来るのを待つとするか。
Okay then, should we wait for the bus?
時刻表によると、次は15分後くらいだな。
According to the schedule, one's supposed to come in 15 minutes.
しかし随分と便利だよな
That's modern conveniences for you.
夜の11時まで運行してるみたいじゃないか
And they got it coming all the way till 11 p.m.
運賃の方もお手頃ですし、
The fare is really cheap
市
too.
の運営とのことですが、採算は取れてるんでしょうか。
I recall that the city is managing the buses. Given the pricing and schedule, I can only wonder if they make a profit though.
まあ、それだけ市の方でも病院を重要視しているみたいね。
You have to remember that the hospital is important to everyone in Crosspell
財
State.
政的には余裕があるし、市民の要望も高いみたいだから。
Given the high demand and room in the state's budget, they must have enough mirror to fund the service.
I'm just going to very quickly shut my window. Back in a sec, Pete. Yeah, the air's getting a bit too cold now, so let's carry on.
なるほど。
That makes sense.
ま、気軽に病院に行けるのはやっぱりありがたいかもしれないな。
Being able to visit the hospital this easily is definitely something to be thankful for. There we are, the Orbital bus. Is it now going to do a 19-point turn using that space to the left? No, it's just going to be magically turned around somehow. And that woman's still walking in the sea there, for whatever reason. No sign of the other bus, so I assume Estelle and Joshua managed to get it fixed.
What a beautiful sunset.
はい。なんだか目に痛いくらいです。
Yes, it is indeed beautiful. Almost overwhelmingly so.
しかし動力車ってのは随分と楽ちんだよな
Phew. After a day part walking around, this bus feels like a gift from Adios.
うちでも専用の車が使えりゃよかったんだが
Man, imagine if we got our hands on our own car. Yep, the Final Fantasy VIII parallels continue there, Avian. Now they're talking about getting their own car.
ま、無理だろうな。
Yeah, I wouldn't count on that.
他の捜査課では車が使われているみたいだけど。
I think the investigative divisions use them now.
確か捜査一課では捜査員一人一人に専用車が用意されているはずです。
If I recall correctly, I believe that each 1st Division detective has a private car prepared for them.
Seriously?
それはさすがに優遇しすぎだと思うけど。
I understand special treatment, but that just seems
や
excessive.
れやれ。こういう時に日陰者は辛いね。
At times like this, it really sucks to be the misfits.
まあないものねだりをしたって仕方ないし、
Well, it's no use wishing for stuff we can't
そ
get.
れに街道を歩くのだって結構な鍛錬にはなると思うぞ。
Besides, traveling on the highway is pretty good training, don't you think?
不本意ですが、そうかもしれませんね。
Now I am hesitant to agree. I can't deny
で
it.
も、さすがに今日はこれ以上の調査はしませんよね。
I take it we're not conducting any further investigations today, correct?
ああ、残りは北の鉱山町だ。
Yeah, we can make our way to Mains tomorrow.
さっきも言ったように、今日は帰ったら調書をまとめて、明日改めて訪ねてみよう。
Like I said, let's head back for now and route out the reports.
了解です。
Roger.
さすがに疲れたものね、今日は。
I think that today was more exhausting than we were expecting.
でもセシルさんよかったな。
You got that right. But man, it was all worth it to meet an angel like
よ
Cecil.
し、今度は合コンにかこつけて個人的にお近づきを。
Alright, next time I'm gonna get her to hit the clubs with me.
ランディは元気だな。
You're persistent, Randy. I'll give you that. And there is Crossbow. Oh. White Wolf. Lovely design tonight, I must admit. It's got a very nice classic design. But does this mean we're going to have an attacking crossbow? I mean, so that's the second time they've followed us. They were there when we went to that town, and now they've followed us back to Crossbow from the hospital. Lloyd and the others returned to the headquarters that night and began compiling a report of the day's investigation. No, Avian, you can't have the doggo. As you say, yes, that's when you'd lose your hand. The newly found evidence, uncertainties and theories were all discussed and organised for Sergei's convenience. And before they knew it, the clock had struck midnight. Once finished, they returned to their respective rooms, exhausted, and fell asleep.
ちょっと待ってよ。
Wait, guy!
しばらく旅に出るって、そんないきなり。
What do you mean you're gonna go on a trip?
一体どこに行くつもりなのさ。
Where are you even going?
レミフェリア公国だ。
Principality of Remiferia.
なに、しばらくと言っても2ヶ月くらいで済むだろう。
Don't worry, I should be back in a month or two.
場合によっちゃ半月足らずで帰ってくるかもしれんしな。
Might even be as short as 2 weeks, depending on how things go.
それは分かったけど。
No, I get that,
兄
but
ちゃん、一応は警察の捜査官なんだろ。
You're a CPD detective, aren't you?
そんな長い間、旅行なんかしてもいいのかよ。
Is it really okay for you to leave Crossbow for that long? Also, is it just me, but this white shirt and that hairstyle gives me flashbacks to Hajime Hinata from Danganronpa 2. All that's missing is the ahoge up here.
お、なんだなんだ。
Ah, what's with the long face?
お兄様が留守にするのがそんな寂しいのか。
Are you sad that your big brother's going away for a bit?
もうロイドキュンったら寂しがり屋さんなんだから。
Poor little Lloyd. Are you gonna get lonely by yourself?
2ヶ月と言わずに、2年くらい旅行してれば。
Nuh-uh. I'm perfectly fine on my own.
僕、そのくらい一人で平気だし。
Why stop at 2 months? You can leave for 2 years for all I care.
嘘嘘、調子に乗りました。
Whoa, relax. I was just kidding.
実はな、これには深いわけがあるんだよ。
You see, the truth is, I'm not going to Remiferia for
トッ
fun.
プシークレットってやつだ。
This is a top secret job, Lloyd.
うさんくさいな。
Sounds fishy to
ち
me.
なみに聞くけど、どんなシークレットなのさ。
I mean, top secret? What kind of secrets are we even talking about?
おう、よくぞ聞いてくれたな。
Yeah, I knew you were going to ask that.
実はなとびっきり可愛い女の子をエスコートしながらの旅なんだ
Well, I can't go into specifics, but I'm in charge of escorting this cute little girl back to her home. Who would that be in Remifaria, I wonder? Huh?
その子と一緒に麗しの北にレミフェリアへ逃避行っていうわけだ
The girl and I are escaping the Remifaria, a beautiful northern country.
どうだどうだ羨ましかろ
So tell me, just how jealous are you?
とまあ冗談はこれくらいにして
Okay, okay, no more joking
俺
around.
がいない間お前の夕食はお隣さんにお願いしといたからな
Ask the neighbors to look after you while I'm away. Make sure you get dinner and all that.
朝昼くらいは自分で何とかしろよ
Breakfast and lunch are your job, though.
いや食事くらい自分でなんとかできるけど
I'm not a kid. I can cook my own
じゃ
meals.
なくて
Wait, that's beside the
可
point.
愛い女の子って一体どういうつもりだよ
Cute little girl. Just what exactly are you trying to pull, guy?
そんなことセシル姉に知られたらどうするつもりさ
What are you gonna do if Cecile finds out about this? Huh?
なんでそこにセシルの名前が出てくるんだ
What does Cecile have to do with this?
なんでってなあ
What is she? Ah, you're
も
impossible.
うセシル姉もなんだってこんな鈍感なバカ
What could she
よ
possibly see in this massive idiot?
というかセシルにはもうとっくに話してるんだが
For your information, I've already discussed this with her.
な
What?
なんか妙な誤解があるみたいだな
Yeah, there seems to be a little misunderstanding here, Lloyd.
旅って言っても一応警察の出張の仕事だぞ
Even though I call it a trip, it's still very much police work.
それにその子はまだ災難だからな
And the girl's only years old, you know? Huh? Yeah,
夢
dream.
懐かしいなあれは
Never thought about that in forever.
確か俺が12いや13くらいだったか
It must be around 12 when that happened. Or was it 13?
そういえば確かその後で
And if I remember correctly, after that... Oh, phone's ringing.
はいロイドです
Hey, Lloyd speaking.
おう、起きてたか。
Good, you're up.
調書ってのはもうまとまってるのか。
Have you finished that report yet?
はい
Yes,
昨
sir.
日の調査に関しては一通りまとまっている状態です
Yesterday's investigation is all written up.
結構だ。
Excellent.
とっとと支度をして全員で課長室まで来い。
Now, round up everyone and come to my
お
office.
前たちに客人だ。
You have guests.
失礼します
Ah, it's them too. Excuse us, sir.
そうにゃ副司令
Deputy Commander Bales.
やっぱ予想通りか
Man, how did I know?
おはよ
Good morning, you
うお
four.
疲れ様です
Morning,
おは
everyone.
ようございます
It's nice to see you, Deputy
や
Commander.
はりお客様というのは副司令だったんですね
We thought our guest might be you.
ああ、ちょうどさっきこっちを訪ねてきたんだ。
Just happened to drop by. Yeah, happened to drop by. How convenient.
お前たちの調査について聞いておきたいらしい。
Apparently, she wants to hear about how your investigation is going.
それは構いませんがずいぶん急な話ですね
Yeah, of course. But isn't this some pretty short notice?
まだ鉱山町方面の調査が終わっていませんが
We still haven't been able to investigate Mains yet.
悪いわねせかすつもりではなかったんだけど
I apologize, everyone. It wasn't my intention to
こ
rush
ち
you.
らの状況が少し変わってしまったのよ
The situation, however, has
状
changed.
況が変わった
What do you mean?
実は昨日までうちの方で鉱山町方面の警備巡回を行っていたんだけど
Up until yesterday, the Guardian Force was conducting regular patrols and providing security to
今
Mains.
朝をもって完全に引き上げることになったのよ
However, this morning, it was decided that we're to issue a full withdrawal.
警備を引き上げるって
You were drawing the guardsmen.
確か鉱山町に魔獣が現れたのは
But it's only been 3 days since the last monster sighting.
こちらとしてもせめて1週間くらいは警備を続けたかったんだけど
Correct. We had planned on providing security for at least another week.
警備隊司令からのお達しでねこれ以上無駄なことをするなって
But the order came directly from the CGF commander. He claimed it was a waste of resources.
無駄なことって
He thinks protecting innocent civilians is a waste?
あの腰巾着親父か
Sure. I never liked that spineless kiss ass.
ランディ知ってるのか
You know him.
俺がベルガード門に詰めてた時何度かお目にかかってるからな
Oh yeah, when I was serving at Belgard Gate, I saw him loads of times.
一応警備隊のトップだが帝国派議員のお偉いさんと深いつながりがあるらしくてな
Basically, he's top dog of the Guardian Force and buddy-buddy with some Imperial faction big shot.
ろくに仕事もしないで接待ばかりやってたみたいだぜ
He's more a fan of the whining and dining rather than actually doing his job. I mean, I'm sure we've all had senior employers that we've had that kind of thought about. I don't where I currently work, actually. Where I currently work, I've got the house in order. But in the past, I remember working for one employer who was very much, I'm going here to have this conference and this conference and this conference. Never actually did anything, just went for conferences.
噂には聞いていたけどやっぱりそんな人だったのね
So the rumors are true after all.
ですが魔獣の被害を放っておくというのはさすがに問題があるのでは
However, wouldn't the CGF pulling out this early present a problem? It would be too dangerous.
その通りよ
Yes, precisely.
局地的な魔獣の被害なら最悪遊撃士協会に任せるのもありだったけれど
If the attacks had been limited to one location, it might have been handed off to the
今
guild.
回は被害の範囲が広すぎる
But unfortunately, the attacks cover too wide of an
警
area.
備隊としてもこれ以上は看過できるわけがないわ
As Deputy Commander of the Crossbow Guardian Force, I can't turn a blind eye to this.
問題は3週間にわたって魔獣の正体が突き止められなかったこと
The problem is we weren't able to neutralize the monsters after 3 weeks of
そ
investigating.
して広範囲とはいえ実際の被害状況がそれほど深刻ではなかったこと
And despite the attacks happening all throughout Crossbow, the actual damages weren't all that serious.
それを理由に司令閣下からストップがかかったんです
With that as pretext, the commander gave the order to cease all operations related to the matter immediately.
そうだったのか
So that's how it happened.
ああそういえば紹介してなかったわね
Oh, how rude of me. I still haven't introduced you yet, have I?
彼女はノエル総長
This is Sergeant Major Seeker.
Really? Major Seeker?
まだ若いけど戦闘能力運転技術ともに優れていてね
She's young but extremely skilled in both combat and operating an orbital vehicle.
私の護衛やサポートをしてもらっているわ
She serves as my aide de camp.
ノエル・シーカーです改めてよろしくお願いします
I'm Noel Seeker. It's nice to officially meet all of you.
こちらこそよろしくお願いします
It's nice to meet you too.
あれシーカーって
Hold on. You said your last name was Seeker?
ひょっとして警察本部の受付をしているフランさんの
Yeah, they're like sisters.
By any chance, are you related to Fran, one of the CPD receptionists?
姉になりますい
I am. Fran's my little sister.
つも妹がお世話になっているみたいですね
What a small world. I'm glad to know she has such dependable co-workers at the CPD.
こちらこそ妹さんには世話になりっぱなしですよ
I'd say she's the dependable one. She's really helped us out a lot already.
しかしなるほど君がノエル総長だったのか
So you're that Sergeant Major I'd heard so much
聞い
about.
てるぜタングラム門の女性隊員で期待のホープがいるってな
Sergeant Major Seeker, the young guard who's become Pangram's shining beacon of hope.
自分の方もランディ先輩の名は伺ってます
I wouldn't go that far. Besides, I've heard about you too,
いろい
Randy.
ろな伝説をお持ちのようで一度お会いしたいと思ってました
The Belgard Force have a lot to say. It's nice to finally put a face to the stories.
そいつは光栄だね
Guess my reputation precedes
い
me.
ろいろな伝説
What kind of stories are we talking about?
やはり女性関係ですか
Primarily ones involving escapades with women, I assume.
そうそう俺がいかに同僚の女性隊員にモテまくって男どもから羨望の眼差しをだな
You got me there. The guys were always jealous of my skills of the ladies. I mean, I would be too if I were in their shoes.
まあ社交辞令はそのくらいにするとして
I'll politely ask for you to leave things at that, Orlando.
現状は伝えた通りちょっとまずい状況だね
So as you may have been able to tell, we found ourselves in a problematic
打
situation.
開できる要素があるとしたらあなたたちの調査結果くらい
I think now, your investigation may be our only chance of making it through this.
正直藁にもすがる思いで様子を確かめに来た
To be blunt, I'm grasping at straws here. I need to know what you found
な
out.
るほど
Of course,
調書の提出と合わせて一通り説明させていただきます
we were about to submit our report to the chief anyway, so we can brief you as well, since you're here.
なるほどな。
That's that then.
どうだソニア。うちの小僧どもの手際は。
Well, Sonia, what do you think of my rookies?
期待以上ね
They've exceeded my
新
expectations.
郎の言い伝えに病院屋上に現れたルート
The legend of the divine wolves and how the culprits appeared on the roof of St. Ursula Medical College.
どうかしらノエル
What do you make of all this, Seeker?
正直驚きました
Honestly, I'm
やは
surprised.
り本職の捜査官は目の付けどころが違いますね
I guess a trained detective is just able to spot things we
目
couldn't.
の付けどころというより発想法の違いでしょうね
It's more than simply their observations, Seeker. It's their entire deductive process.
決めたわ
Very well. It's decided
あ
then.
なたたちには引き続き鉱山庁方面の調査をお願いします
I'll entrust the rest of the main's investigation to the special support
こ
section.
の調子だと思いもよらぬ新事実が見えてくるかもしれない
With you four heading the operation, perhaps new, unexpected leads may come to light.
こちらはそのつもりでしたけど
Understood. We'll continue our investigation as
例
planned.
の司令殿の命令を無視することにならないですか
Doesn't this mean we're going against the CGF's commander's orders, though?
あなたたちへの要請まで取り下げろとは言われなかったもの
Well, the orders I was given didn't specify to have you abandon the case as
魔
well.
獣の手がかりが判明次第すぐに行動に移れるようにする
And if you happen to uncover a solid lead, it would give us more than enough reason to involve ourselves once more.
それなら問題ないでしょ
So I trust you have no objections, yes?
なるほどね
Not at all, ma'am.
さすがにやり手でいらっしゃいますね
Very clever, Detective Commander.
それにどうも魔獣たちに我々の動きを感づかれているらしいんです
Just so you know, it seemed as if the monsters were able to predict our strategies and
大部
movements.
隊で捜索するよりも少人数で行動した方が相手も隙を見せるかもしれない
Acting as a small team instead of a large unit is probably smarter. With luck, you may even be able to catch them
そ
unaware.
れを期待したいところですね
At least that's what I hope.
なるほどわかりました
Got it. Thanks for the heads
と
up.
にかくこれから鉱山庁に足を運ぶつもりです
If possible, I'd like to head out to Maine's
え
ASAP.
えお願いするわね
Yes, that would be for the best.
何か分かったらタングラム門の副司令部に連絡してちょうだい
If you uncover anything substantial, contact my office at the Tangram Gate.
それじゃセルゲ例の話はまた後日にでも
Sergey, would you mind saving our conversation for another day?
ああ了解した
No complaints
あ
here.
んまり無理すんじゃねえぞ
Be careful out there, you got it? Don't go pushing your luck.
そちらこ
You're one to talk.
そノエル失礼しましょう
Seeker, let's go.
Hey.
Yes, ma'am.
それでは失礼します
I will take my leave.
忙しそうだな
She sure is a busy woman.
そうね早朝に鉱山庁から撤収したばかりみたいだし
Yes, she is. Apparently, she oversaw the entire withdrawal of her troops from Mainz early this morning.
ま無能な上司に振り回されてるみたいだからな
A real shame she's at the mercy of that incompetent sleazebag of a job apostle for
そ
us.
れでいて共和国方面への警戒もおろそかにできね
Not only that, she's got to keep a constant eye on the Calvadian border.
え相変わらず貧乏くじを引いてるぜ
Basically, she's always drawing the short end of the stick.
なるほど
I can only imagine.
そういえば課長と副司令ってお知り合いだったんですか？
By the way, have you known the deputy commander for a while?
何気に名前で呼び合ってましたけど。
The two of you did seem quite comfortable with each other.
そういや俺をここに推薦してくれたのも副司令だったんだ。
Come to think of it, Deputy Commander Bales is the one who recommended me here in the first place.
一体どういう関係なんすか？
What kind of relationship are you hiding from us, boss?
ま、昔馴染みってやつだ。
Calm down. She's just an old friend.
それよりもお前ら、昨日は大変だったらしいな。
More importantly, it's clear to me that your investigation yesterday really put you guys through the ringer.
今日は鉱山町に行くみてえだが、また歩いていくつもりかよ。
You still gotta head to Mains, but don't tell me you're planning to hike all the way there on foot again.
いや、昨日はいろいろと偶然が重なって。
Definitely not. Yesterday just had some, unique circumstances.
さすがに今日はバスで行こうと思っていますけど。
We intend to take the bus today, whenever
な
possible.
んだ、そうなのか。
Oh, is that right?
てっきり遊撃士あたりを見習ってんのかと思ったぜ。
Yeah. And here I thought you were following the braces example.
遊撃士を見習う。
The braces example.
どういうことっすか？
Yeah, what are you talking about?
連中の習慣らしいが、まず手始めに自分の足だけで周辺地域を一通り回ってみるらしい。
It's kind of the whole initiation thing. They have junior braces toward the surrounding area on foot.
スタミナもつくし、魔獣との実戦経験も積めるし、何より土地勘が得られる。
That way, they build up stamina, pile up loads of combat experience, and most importantly, get lay of the
一
land.
石三鳥って理屈らしいな。
Three birds, one stone.
自分の足だけで周辺地域を。
That does seem pretty effective.
なるほど。連中そんなことをしてんのか。
Oh, that makes sense. No wonder they're so good at what they
も
do.
しかして昨日会ったエステルさんたちも。
Perhaps that's what Estelle and Joshua were doing when we met them yesterday.
早速徒歩で一通り回るつもりだったのかもしれないわね。
So they've already started the tour of Crossbow then. How diligent of them.
その二人だが、どうやら大した経歴らしいぜ。
Yeah, those two have got an impressive amount of experience under their
な
belts.
んでも去年起きたリベールの異変を解決するのにかなりの貢献をしたって話だ。
I've even heard they were a big part of the effort to fix that whole fiasco that happened in LeBurl last year.
リベールの異変って。
The LeBurl
あ
incident?
の王国中の動力が動かなくなったっていう。
That was when orbital power suddenly shut down across the whole country.
おいおい、マジかよ。
For real? Well, that sounds pretty serious.
それが本当なら相当な実力者なのもうなずけますね。
If they're really that skilled, then it makes sense they were able to wipe out those monsters so easily.
このクロスベルじゃお前たちより新米ではあるんだ。
Yeah, here in Crossbow, they're no more than rookies, just like
あ
you.
っという間に追い抜かれて引き離されちまわないようせいぜい気張っておくんだな。
They might just surpass you before you know it, though. So keep at it, and try not to let them get too far ahead. They were level 140 at the end of the third Trials game. They were like 10 times the levels we're at. They're way ahead as it is. Unless the Kane's done one of the bullshit level rescalers for them too, and they're suddenly back at level 10. Yes, I got annoyed when first chapter did that. That pissed me off.
今回の件も長引かせたら間違いなくギルドが出張るだろう。
If it takes too long on this case, you can bet the guild's gonna swoop in.
わかりました。解決に導けるよ。
We'll get to the bottom of it, sir.
それじゃあみんな、鉱山町の方に行くとしよう。
Let's head to Mains as soon as we're ready.
町の北口にあるバス停から出ているはずだ。
If we leave through the north exit, the bus stop should be right
切
ahead.
らした備品があれば街で補充した方がいいわね。
Let's resupply and double check our gear while we're
念の
here.
ため端末の方もチェックしておきましょう。
I also advise checking the terminal before we leave.
ぼちぼち行くとするかね。
Well, guess we better get going. Yeah, because the reason I want to check, the first thing I want to do actually before I do check the terminal is in equipment some books in the detective notebook. For the hunting for food one, they wanted 4 fish fillets and 3 monster eggs. Yay, I've got 4 fish fillets and 12 monster eggs. We can take care of it. Yeah, definitely. That's perfect. So he's at the, that's the final one of these, and then we can report it. So, Morg's Bakery on West Street. Before we go out there, though, I'll check the terminal in case there's new requests. And there are new ones. One of which is short, but we're already on the process for that one. So, Inspector Officer Quattro. I'm urgently requesting help inspecting a train bound for the Empire. I'll take all the help I can get. Waiting inside Crossbar Station. Abandoned apartment monster cleanup. Imelda, 2.5 hours of Mira. Mason Imelda is crawling with monsters. Request aid from a capable exterminators. Please make haste to my antique shop in the back alley. And then Maine's Mountain Path monster extermination. State government. A dangerous monster called the Fall Eagle has been sighted on the Maine's Mountain Path. We ask the special support section deal with this threat swiftly. Okay. We'll deal with the reporting for ingredients bomb. So with all these being short, these are things that we will be doing before going to mains apart from the last one. So first thing I want to do is check where that store is again. West Street. Okay, so that's got to be to the west here then. There we are, Morgs. How's your hunt for the ingredients going, Lloyd? Did someone order fish fillets and monster eggs? Oh, thanks, guys. You really saved my hide. I knew I could count on you, Lloyd. You've always had my back when I've been in trouble, ever since we were kids. You're telling me Lloyd's always been like this? Figures. I assumed he was, judging by his overly soft-hearted nature. Let's cut her some slack. We are talking about Lloyd Bannings here. I don't know what I did to deserve these backhanded compliments. Come on, loosen up. They're saying you're a good guy, that's all. Oh, hey, you should try some of the bread I baked today. Consider it on the house today. Yeah, I appreciate it, Oscar. We'll make sure to pick out a loaf later. We're gonna head out now. Good luck with your apprenticeship. Don't eat it. Be a piece of cake. Yep, there it is. 1500 HP. We'll take that. Although it says grab any loaf you want and then there's no option to do it. Oscar's one of the most gorgeous guys I've ever seen. He's like a whole meal. And he's got so much more than his looks too. He's like a ray of pure sunshine and never seems to let anything faze him. It almost feels like a waste for him to be stuck inside this bakery when the sky's the limit for him. Oh, but don't get me wrong, he's still as super duper charming as a baker all the same. Yeah, Oscar's as popular as ever with the ladies. So we'll go and report this quest while we can. And we'll take the rear entrance to the HQ. As always, we appreciate your hard work. Well then, allow me to go over your reports. Yay, we got money. Thanks for the reports, everyone. If you finish more support requests, please let me know. Right, so now it's over to the railway yard. Train bound for the Empire and it wants us to inspect it.
This station never fails to amaze me. Has it really already been a month since I stepped off that train? Wow. Time really flies, doesn't it? Now, I believe the station's inspection officer was the one that submitted this request, right? Yeah, let's go ask him about it. Thank you very much for your continued patronage. The station gets crowded after the trains arrive, so please watch your stop. Most people from the Empire and Republic pouring a crossbow from this station each day. And their mark definitely shows. Just look at our stores and architecture. With all that's gone into shaping Crossbow City, you can say it's this cultural melting pot of Samuria. You know, I wonder what the city was like when it was founded. Well, none of us were alive then, so we can't talk about that. Is this the guy here? Looks like we're behind schedule. Excuse me, but you're the inspection officer? We're here regarding your support request. So you're the special support section then? About time. My name's Quattro. I'm here on assignment from the Imperial Army to work as the station's inspection officer. If you don't mind, then let's cut to the chase. Will you accept my request? You can count on us, Quattro. You can talk us through the specifics. Very well. But then again... is something wrong? Not necessarily. I just wasn't expecting to have such young people for assistance. So I suppose it's better than if none showed up at all. The hell? We offer our help in this hour of need of this stuck-up geezer that says talk down to us. You say something, Red? I would advise you don't pay him any mind. Just to clarify, you submitted a request asking for assistance in an inspection. That's correct. A train bound for Ereboni will be arriving any second now. I want your help in inspecting the interior of said train. Now, by this inspection, you mean we'll be looking for any passengers or luggage considered too dangerous for Erebonian territory, right? Precisely. I don't know how to do this on my own, but I woke up to a torrent of sick leaves this morning. That's why I had to issue a request for outside help. That makes sense. Conducting an inspection like this alone would take way too long. Can you understand? That makes things easier. The Erebonia-bound passenger train will soon be arriving at Platform 2. We ask that all passengers wishing to board the train make their way to the platform. There it is now. Once we're on the platform, I'll delve into the specifics of the job. Now follow me. This isn't exactly what I had in mind when we got this request. I can't stand this dude's high and mighty attitude, but he's in a bind. Let's give him a hand. It's still then. Shall we head down the platform too? Okay, we started the mission. We're going to become train inspectors. Tickets and passes, please. You're fined. Get off my train. Allow me to briefly explain the specifics of the task at hand. Please do. We're all ears. I'll be assigning each of you a car to inspect. You will speak to every passenger, inspect their luggage, and verify the validity of their application. If by any chance you come across any passengers without an entry application, or who possess dangerous goods, they are to be detained immediately. Okay, got it. I'm fine with the whole inspection thing. But what do we do if anyone's not in their seats during the check? I kinda get the feeling like a bunch of amateurs like us may not be able to cover everybody. Not to worry, we've got that covered. Passengers are not permitted to move about the cars for the duration of the inspection. It's a rule that was put in place because we occasionally get crafty sorts trying to dodge the inspection by shuffling around. You certainly are strict. Alright, I figured out the idea now. Although I'm a little bothered each person can inspect their own car. Randy, I'll be fine our own. What about L and T.O.? Really? This is the moment you have to decide to start worrying about us. Let me remind you that I'm a police officer as well. My hand-to-hand skills are more than satisfactory. Likewise, even if a suspect would result in violence, I find it difficult to imagine he'll be able to overpower the both of us. Man, come on, Lloyd. You should know by now these gals aren't just some dainty damsels. You gotta get through that through your thick skull already.
Fair point. Sorry. With that said, are you all ready to commence the inspection?
Yes, understood.
Good. You are ready. Very well. Without further ado, let's begin the inspection. I'll inspect the first car, so please divide the remaining cars amongst yourselves.
In that case, I'll take the second car. L, T.O., Randy, take the following three cars in exact order.
Roger.
Understood. See you later, then.
Let me remind you that this task will require your full attention.
Alright, I've got a train to inspect.
And this is where we save scum.
But sure, all our travelers here. Can't say I'm surprised.
I need to make sure to be polite while questioning each person. So is this where we get to choose our answers for each question, basically? That's what it's telling me. Right, I'll start with you.
Oh, an inspector, as you say? How am I supposed to buy that? Proof! I demand to see proof! I don't. Man, what do I do? Wait, this should work. Take a look at this.
Lloyd showed the passenger detective notebook.
I'm from the Crossbelt Police Department, Special Support Section. We're assisting with inspections today.
Oh, police? Guess that checks out. No, doing this kind of misleading. Well, whatever, just get it over with.
Thanks.
All your luggage and carry-ons look good and follow our regulations.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Skip the pleasantries, just hurry this inspection up. I'm kind of in a rush.
Yeah, not so much longer.
Lloyd, it's your train.
Pardon me, I'm an assistant inspector. I apologize for the inconvenience, but would you mind checking your luggage and entry papers? Inspector? Not every day you see one in such casual get-up. Anyway, what's the issue? You find it strange that a woman is traveling alone? Is that it? What? No, that's not. For your information, I wanted nothing more than to go with my boyfriend. But since he dumped me out of the blue, I had no choice but to come alone. But that won't stop me. I'm going to find myself a rich, noble boyfriend somewhere in the Empire. I didn't mean to trigger this story. Well, nothing I can do about it. I'll just listen to her while I finish up the inspection. You get it, don't you? Wasn't that, like, so rude of him? Yeah, a real jerk. By the way, your luggage and papers are all good and follow our regulations. Thank you for your cooperation. You okay? No, it's fine. It's just... It was refreshing spilling my heart out to you. I can't remember last time someone listened to my problems. Say, if you want to, why don't we run away to Erebonia to get... Sorry, I have a job to do. It was nice meeting you. Run away! Let's run away! Excuse me, I am an assistant inspector. I apologize for the inconvenience, but would you mind checking your luggage and entry papers?
An inspector, you say? Very well.
Hey, why haven't we laughed yet? Waiting is boring. Sweet Adios, will this child ever learn patience? Pardon my son. No, it's no big deal. Sorry, it'll be a little while longer. Can you be a good kid for just a bit longer while we finish up our job? I guess.
But that's so, let's just try to wrap this up quickly.
Alright, your luggage and papers look good to go. Thank you for your cooperation.
Good to hear.
Mister, can you pinky promise me you'll hurry and let the train leave? Hey, you can't just... what am I gonna do with you?
Pardon me, I'm an assistant inspector. I apologize for the inconvenience, but would you mind checking your luggage and entry papers? Yes, of course. Just one moment. Yeah. Are you okay? Oh, it's nothing. It's just the deep green foliage of the Nox Forest is incredibly charming. Knowing that, I couldn't help but feel a bit giddy before departing. Sounds like you have a nice hobby there. Oops, I accidentally wasted your time, didn't I? An inspection, was it? Oh, yeah, that's right. If you'll excuse me then. Alright, your luggage and papers are good to go. Thank you for your cooperation. No. Thank you for your dedication. Haha. Anyway, I'm looking forward to when we finally leave the station. I wonder if that's Gilbert. Excuse me, I'm one of the assistant inspectors. I apologize for the inconvenience, but would you mind checking your luggage and entry papers? Oh, an inspection? I suppose it's fine.
What? No way! I want my panties in my luggage, you know.
Good point. Sorry, but you heard the lady. No, hold on. You can't just refuse. It doesn't work like that. It's regulation, so please work with me. I'll show the utmost consideration when inspecting your delicates. So he says.
Yeah, you better, mister.
This is harder than it looks. All your luggage and carry-outs look good and follow our regulations. Thank you for your cooperation. You're welcome.
Here, now scram!
That should be the last of the passengers. I didn't notice anything suspicious, so I should regroup with the others. I report to Mr. Quattro. It's kind of nerve-wracking doing these inspections for the first time. I didn't overlook anyone, did I? I should read these, but I've not done it yet.
Mom, can I go explore the rest of the train cars? No, you can't. Now sit down until the inspection's end.
Listen to your mother, son. You don't want to annoy the inspector.
What? But that guy sitting over there came from the car in front of ours, so why can't I go too?
The front train car? Could that be the one that Mr. Quattro was inspecting? He might have just had some business with the conductor. No, wait a second. Maybe you can change cars after the inspections began. Ooh, I'm looking forward to seeing the beautiful scenery during this ride. Can't we leave already? Excuse me, sir. Do you have a minute? Oh, what's wrong? I thought the inspection already ended. It had, but there's something that's been bothering me. With your permission, may I redo the inspection? Sure, I don't mind. Forgot to check something. Here's my luggage and entry papers. Oh no, I won't be the one conducting the inspection. I'm planning on asking the official inspector, Mr. Quattro, to do it. Quattro? Why? Aren't you more than capable of doing a silly little inspection? So you do know him. No. You see, Quattro laid down some ground rules before we began the inspections. One that stood out to me was, you may not move to another car during inspections. Of course I know that. Are you implying I broke that rule? Yes, I am. Hate to break it to you, but I have a witness. That rowdy boy sitting right over there. Saw you entering from the car up front. What? That's preposterous! This is going to be some kind of mistake, right? Not sure we could confirm the boy's statement if we asked the train conductor. The question still stands. Why would you transfer cars? If things went according to plan, you would have been inspected by Quattro. But in spite of the rules, you snuck away on this train car. The only logical conclusion, he didn't want Quattro to see you. Am I wrong? Please, I'm begging you. Look at overlook this. I just want to have a fun little trip. Yeah, that's all this is. Look, you said my papers are good to go, didn't you? If that's the case, then it should be fine if Quattro double checks them, right? What? No, please. I don't know all the details, but as long as I'm working as an assistant inspector, I can't ignore any suspicious behavior. I'll need you to come with me. Fine. This man has falsified his immigration papers. Falsified? How so?
So you mean to say he lied about his personal history?
Correct. He's a former swindler from Calvard. The guy likes to bounce around. I've had a run-in with him before, when he tried to conceal his criminal record in the same application. This marks the second time I've caught him. Good grief, this man's a fool. A former swindler. If he's not swindling anymore, then what's he up to now? Now that his prison sentence in Calvard is up, it looks like he's trying to lead an honest life. The frauds he committed were relatively small in scale, so apparently he wasn't given too heavy a sentence.
It's unfortunate, though. A criminal record will follow someone the rest of their lives. That's probably why you felt the need to falsify documents. If immigration papers show a criminal record, your ability to travel is heavily restricted.
If only I hadn't gone and committed fraud. I'm sure he regrets his crimes, but he chose this life when he broke the law. Committing crimes will burden you for the rest of your life, and the world will be a better place if more people understood that. So what's going to happen to this man? I've detained him in my office for the time being. I'll give him a stern warning and ship him back off to Calvard. It's nothing out of the ordinary for me.
Yeah, I guess there's no other choice.
At any rate, we successfully completed our inspection without incident. We're a bit behind schedule. We should be able to see this train off safely now. I believe I owe the special sports section a proper thank you, don't I? I'll be sure to give you a ring next time I need help. It was our pleasure. We learned a lot helping out with this request. Feel free to give us a call if you ever need our help again. I think I'll take you up on that offer.
Phew.
That was a lot harder than I was anticipating.
You can say that again. Although Tio was probably the most exhausted amongst us.
Why'd you say that? Yeah, people thought she was some kind of mascot for the train station and kept smothering her.
The mascot? Are you alright, Tio?
Don't tell me you're so traumatized you can no longer speak.
No, not quite. I am simply experiencing some mental fatigue. I should recover in a bit. Can we leave, please?
Yeah, sure. I hope you aren't straining yourself too hard, Tio. Yes, as Tio says, let's get out of here. We've managed to successfully complete the mission, so that could be an absolutely perfect point to wrap things up. But before we do that, we're going to very quickly report into the base.
As always, we appreciate your hard work. Well, allow me to go over your reports.
Yay, we've been promoted. Got the information quart, and we actually got bonus detective points. So that must have been going back and catching the swindler got us a bonus. That's pretty cool.
I'll make sure your bonuses get transferred to you immediately. Thank you, and please keep up the good work.
Excellent. So that is a perfect point for us to wrap things up for tonight. And well, we found ourselves in a bit of a tight spot at one point when we were in the hospital and stuck trapped behind NPCs. But having managed to find our way to make them move, we've been able to get through the mission at the Holt Hospital, and we've managed to also do a little bit of revenue protection, people. That is a perfect point for us to wrap up for tonight. But in the interim, tomorrow evening, right here at 8 PM BST, twitch.tv/ChrisJT1985. Go check him out. He's going to be doing Star Wars Outlaws. A little more uncharted space for all of you. On Wednesday next week at 8 PM BST, I will be back right here, twitch.tv/Swishbone, where I'll be carrying on my playthrough of Chaos Head Noah. And that game is very, very chaotic, it must be said. In the interim, of course, you can go check out Queen3210 over on youtube.com/@Queen3210. There's the playthrough of Final Fantasy IV, which features myself. We did that together when we were around at one point earlier this year. That's all there for you to check out. You can also see the ongoing playthrough of the Maze House that is Blueprints. And there is the legendary playthroughs, the likes of Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright, the Zero Escape Trilogy, the Danganronpa Trilogy, and many, many more. Like, share, subscribe, and I'd like to say thank you all very, very much for watching. And you had absolutely no hope of getting away with it on my train.